Here.
Hey. You know what I'm saying?
One more time with the claps.
Uh-huh.
Number one newest pod in the land.
Come on, man.
EFS Podcast.
7 on them. We got 7 on them.
We got 7 on their head top.
You know
I like
what I'm
on their
saying?
head top. We're going to keep rolling on their head top.
Yeah, we
7
got
on
7.
your head top.
We got 7.
EFS Podcast episode 7 is back at you. We are here, and this is still the podcast for self-starters and those willing to make the most of any situation. I repeat, we are the podcast for self-starters and those willing to make the most out of any situation.
Yes, sir.
D. Burke, your host. I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, Waldo Black. And in the house today, we have a special addition to the pod today.
Well.
You know, we told y'all
Who do we
in-person was
have?
coming, so, you know, we have an introduction to make. The new, potentially, maybe, you know, one
Okay.
third.
Let's see what the vibes is
Of
like.
the EFS Podcast. EFS
Might be a
Podcast,
one-third.
episode 7. Again,
Yes,
we
sir.
are here to get this thing rolling, and we're going to introduce it, man. We're going to drop it.
Yeah, do that, man. Do that thing.
We got to give her like a nice, like, you know,
Oh, yeah?
a nice, like, you know, the rollout. We
Talented.
have
Creative.
the
Thank
talented, the
Yes.
creative,
You know what I'm saying?
the real,
The real. Honest.
the real is why she's
You know what
really
I'm saying?
here.
Like,
the
we-
real, the
listen.
honest. We got my girl Remy in the house.
Remy's in the
One time, clap it up
house.
for
One
Remy
time,
in
clap
the
it up one
house.
time.
She is here
Hey.
to rock with us this
Hey.
evening on the EFS podcast.
Remy no Martin.
Remy no Martin. So what up, Rem? Talk to the people. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
Feeling good?
I'm
to be here.
excited.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad to have you.
Share these vibes,
I'm
man.
glad to have
Share
the
these vibes.
addition to the pod.
Thank you for pulling up, for real. Like,
No,
thank
facts.
you.
means a lot.
Facts on
I
that.
feel pepped up. You know, I was a little tired when I got here.
I mean, we all was. You know, we had a little setback pre-pod, but we are here
man,
right
we
now.
here,
You know,
man.
all setbacks lead to great comebacks. So we
Yes,
are
of
in the
course.
building today to make this thing rock for episode 7.
yeah, man. And it's a perfect number to come in on. I think 7 is the right
And
number.
that's my favorite number.
Isn't it?
Is it?
Like, it's
Wow,
a good.
yeah.
7 is a good number
Wow.
to come in
And
on.
I'm born on the 7th
And I-
day, you know?
Oh, you really?
Yes.
Facts.
Okay. All right.
You know, me and
7th
Rem
day.
are both like we Leo spirits.
Come on.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had
good,
it. That
yeah.
was our very early.
You're not
connection
lying, are
in
you?
our- Nah, it's,
See,
no.
see
I
what
would
they did?
never
You
lie
caught
about
that?
Rem,
Leo,
Leo, if
please.
you want to be
Y'all get the
100%,
joke. Leo lying.
if you
Come
wanna
on,
keep it
man. I'm here
100,
all night, man.
Remy gave me like a whole like.
It wasn't a whole.
It was
I just
a
gave
whole.
a little breakdown of my
It
observations.
was a whole more breakdown than I was ever used to. It was a whole zodiac breakdown of myself as a Leo man in relation to when I was
Really?
born.
Oh, wow.
Where I was at when my mom pushed me out the womb, as
Astrology
the moon was
energy.
passing through the universe, like all that kind of shit.
Okay.
So she broke me down. She had me to a T outside of like 2 things.
Outside 2 things.
okay,
Outside of
but,
like 2
you know.
things.
That's
Outside like
amazing.
2
I might need to get a similar
But it was
breakdown.
good.
We ain't gonna do it on the pod, but
It was
it's
good. But now we
What's
both
your sign?
Leo
Listen,
kindred
we ain't
spirit.
here for that.
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, we here, like, you know.
Listen, I'm not gonna. I'm a Gemini. Let's say that.
Oh, you are.
it's
I
a
like
Gemini.
Geminis,
Gemini,
but,
yeah,
I'm a little
Gemini.
scared of you.
Listen, as long as you stay on the good side, you're
Yeah.
all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
We as nice as we are, we have that switch on the other side
Yes,
too.
and I don't want to
Think about how
switch.
nice I am, and then well, look, I can get real trifling if it gets down to it and
Okay.
get into the mud. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I'm all positive.
Don't do that, man.
I don't let the other side come out. Like, hey, stay in the corner, stay over there.
Don't do that, man. Don't
I'm
do
all
that.
positive of mine, but no, it's not. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining us.
Coming to share the
Yes.
space
You know
with
what I'm
us.
saying?
You know, 2
I think-
guys often almost get ourselves in trouble.
Come
I know
on
I've said
now.
some things that
I can imagine.
the
I think
female-
life is better with
the-
that feminine energy.
The woman community,
You know what I'm
nah, facts.
Better recognize,
You know,
yes. That's
big,
great.
big proponent in support of the women voices, which is why I think it's important to have it on the podcast.
Exactly.
On the platform. And we got a lot to talk about today.
It's so much that happened,
It's
bro.
so much happening. I'm
What,
so
like,
glad
have you done
everything
anything in
happened.
the last couple
like,
weeks? Are you just do a personal check-in? How has your last couple of weeks been? You've been like last
well,
week.
since last episode, I'm
Since last episode.
recovered. Hopefully, I don't sound as crazy and nasally on there. I listened to it back. I sounded like I had something lodged in my nose the whole
Wow.
time.
No,
And, you know,
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
I mean, I heard it. You know, you
Yeah.
always critiquing yourself
Yourself, yeah.
to the harshest, degree. So,
Mhm.
I did feel like last episode was not my best work vocally, but you
Yeah.
know, now we're right back. I'm
Yeah,
better
that's
energy,
good.
mentally, physically, all things between. I'm on the mend, the
Mhm.
whole sick feeling and all that shit just is going away. So now we like we getting ready for the weather to heat up because you know you got to get one good sick in the year, and then after that, like you good for the rest of the year. So
it's always that transition from the seasons too.
Yeah, man.
From winter to spring, you always get like a little sickness, and then
it's a wave. It's a wave right when the weather turn cold, and it's a whole nother wave right when the weather start getting warm again. So you just start dropping like flies. Sick. So yeah, but I'm all right. I'm good. I'm happy, man. I'm in a good space. Really good space. I'm so glad everything happened like when it happened right before we started to record today.
Yeah.
Because it gave us so many things to give content about.
Goodness. It's content on content. We got a lot to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about. First off, we're going to give a shout out to the Marquette Golden Eagles because they just, got the win last night. Yesterday, not last night. We repping, You see me? I'm gang today. Eagle gang. We play Colorado tomorrow. And I think...
Listen, man, you got a tough matchup.
Easy work.
Talking
easy
big.
Work. If you saw how we executed the game yesterday, then you understand why it's probably going to be easy work tomorrow.
You don't think that there's any potential that they could, make you work for it?
I mean, of course, it's a tournament. They're going to make you work for it, but I think we have a superior roster to them, especially defensively.
Okay. So it really is you're going to come down to the defense and getting there.
And yesterday in the first half, it was a great run by, our opponent to give us a real, good half. Like Western Kentucky did they did good things in the first half that put us on our toes, but then we had to wake up in the second half, and then we really put the foot on the gas pedal. We opened up the lead. It was an 18-point win.
Yeah, Colorado was fantastic. They
had a good game too.
Yeah,
they coming off of it.
It was tough. They almost lost it. They almost lost it.
That shit went back and forth.
But what was the boy? Is his name Simpson? I think is it J.K. something Simpson or something like that? He shot that last
crazy roll. That shit reminded me of Kawhi shit.
Philly. and Philly.
It had that same kind of
bouncing around in the rim.
Yeah,
it was amazing. It was crazy. I'm sorry, Remy, if you don't know what we're talking about, but
it's all right. We're chime in. We don't get it out the way early. Take it in. It's fine.
Just want to make sure. But it was a great game, and I'm really excited to see those two, play against each other. It's going to be a great game. I love NCAA basketball.
We're gonna make this run to the Final Four though.
You ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Are you gonna go down there if they do?
Nah. Probably not. I would love to, but at this point, it's on a week-to-week basis.
At least a parade or something after they win or something. They do a parade or anything?
Nah, they ain't gonna do a parade. I mean, they gotta get to the national championship. I'll take a Final Four. I'll take Final Four. Final Four national championship would be amazing. Yeah, and that's always the the pinnacle of what you're looking for. But I'll take a Final Four with this team.
Nice.
For sure. Yeah. Especially since we ain't been to the Final Four since Dwayne Wade and that team, Travis Dina, Steve Novak,
after they win
Rob
this,
Jackson.
what, Sweet 16?
Sweet 16.
After they win this one,
Elite 8 if they make it that far. The second game of next weekend, then it's Final Four time.
Okay.
So I'm calling it.
Go ahead, Marquette. You got this.
Stamp it.
Go ahead, Marquette. You got this, man.
Marquette basketball alumni. I'm proud of what y'all doing right now. You're making the program look very, very well, and I'm we're going to get this one tomorrow, too.
Yeah, I'm excited to see
I know you rocked the Colorado jersey last time. I feel like that's a little bit more in support of Deion than the basketball program.
It's a Deion Sanders promo. I appreciate what Deion represents for college football.
That's football, though.
I think his son is great. I'm not, it's no shots.
Nah, should do as a dog.
If I'm going to look at it at NCAA, I don't have a team personally that I'm rooting for. I just love good basketball games. I want to watch it. So Marquette, I'm rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rocking with y'all.
No doubt.
But if you want to make it into something, we
I'm cool.
put some money up or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready.
I want everybody in who's going to watch that game that I fuck with to be in support of my unit. Team. So I ain't even going to go ahead. Ain't no money involved.
I'm just saying, I'm always good for a good bet.
No, not that one. Not that one. Some league related. Some league and preferably LeBron related.
Well, I guarantee LeBron wins the NBA Cup next year.
Is he gonna play next year?
Remy, I'm just sorry.
Is he gonna play next year?
She don't know that Remy.
Is he gonna play next year?
We should. He should.
We sure about that?
I'm not 100%.
All right.
I'll say about 85.
All right.
85%. I don't think because he wants to play with his son.
His son is a little bit further off in the league than I thought that we all originally thought.
That's a whole conversation. You want to go down that path?
Nah, I don't. Because
I was just saying,
that young
we can
man
talk about that.
He had a tragic situation. Like cardiac arrest is nothing to play with.
No, it's not.
Like,
I think he has the potential to be in the league.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying what the draft board he dropped off a lot on the draft boards and all that shit just because of a catastrophic thing that happened to him.
Exactly.
So I'm glad he's happy just to be playing basketball right now. So I'm not going to pile it on that kid. Like, I wish him nothing but the best.
Yeah,
like,
I think maybe one more year, and then he'll be able to
I mean, yeah,
be eligible.
That
But that's
shit,
my
like, it
personal-
takes some time to come back from that kind of shit.
Exactly.
Like, you're under a lot of monitoring and all that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, I've been super healthy most of my life, but I have a heart murmur. So early on in my life as a young athlete, like, I had to go through a lot of tests just to be able to play on, like, basketball teams.
Right.
Because when it comes to that, like, you know, you're doing a lot of running, like, your heart's pumping, like, they want to make sure your shit is okay before you can start to ramp it up and have, like, you know. So even when I went overseas, there's a lot of times when I got there, they heard my heart, they send you to the doctor, you got to get your initial physical. They're like, yo, something's weird with your heart. I'm like, I know, I've had a murmur. I've had this shit all my life. I know already.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, we got to get you some testing. You know, you can't practice until you go through this kind of shit. And I'm like, all right, well, I just got here. Now I got to take 2-3 days off to actually get checked out, that type shit. So, you know, EKGs and all that. So, you know, in his situation, work your way back slowly, bro. Like, you're alive. Like, you know, most
Thank God for
important.
that,
thing. Most
So
important.
I think with all that being said, that's why I'm saying it's going to at least take another year for him to really work the process, learn what he can in college, play at that elite level, right, in college, and then transition from there. Just off of the strength of LeBron, he will, I think, make it to the league. I'm just not sure what role he will play on a team outside of just being a team that brings LeBron in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, because LeBron's output has not diminished, in my opinion, to a level where he's not still a valid option to be picked up. Is this his last year with Lakers in terms of the contract?
I'm blanking right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know his current
Either
contract
way,
situation.
all I'm
I think
saying
he might
is-
have another year.
All I'm saying is LeBron
I think he might have another
has enough sway with the league where he can get Bronny in.
I mean, you're going to try for sure. I mean,
Savannah
I'm
ain't
not
making
saying,
promo commercials about getting both their sons and playing with both of them
I
for
mean,
nothing.
I get it. I get it.
She's not doing it for nothing. It's
I
a
get
plan in place.
Shouts to him, man.
Yeah, he's one of the most like when it comes to being detailed and meticulous. Another word of the day. Meticulous is the word of the day.
Meticulous is... A lot of people heard meticulous.
Oh, it's not too foreign for you. You gotta have something foreign.
Not for us. Like, I think I got a pretty decent, extensive vocabulary.
Yeah.
I'm not the fucking, like, I'm not the word man.
No,
you
no,
are.
I definitely am a wordsmith.
You
I'm a
are,
wordsmith for
but-
sure.
Yeah, but for me, like, I'm not a dumbass,
I
so I
think-
know a lot of words. I'm just saying.
I think
the word quality, we got to make it so.
LeBron leaving the league early would be deleterious to his legacy.
Deleterious.
Now you want to drop something off? You want
What
to
a
drop something
word.
off? You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I ain't heard that shit, but I can use context clues like a motherfucker and figure out whatever you
What
just
a
said.
word. Wow.
And respond to you to say that he's been in the league 21 years, so whenever he wants to walk away, he can walk away.
I
and
know,
just
but
be fine.
when we're talking about legacy, it's not always about like. Of course, he has the 40K. Of course, he has the NBA Cup. Of course, he has.
You walking right back into my point, so go ahead.
Of course, he has all
Continue.
these things.
Continue.
But what he doesn't have is something that is unique to just him as it relates to playing with his sons. He would be the only NBA
Don't
father.
skip over this part. Don't skip over that finger.
He would be
skip
the
over that
only
finger.
NBA father to play with his NBA son.
Sure, if that's
Or-
what you're chasing.
I think that's a legacy thing. It's only because he would be bookending the entire LeBron career story. The only player to ever play in the league all those years and then play with his
loves
son.
to write his own
That's-
narratives, and I understand that.
Yeah,
So
that's
if that's
what
the
I'm
narrative
thinking.
he's going for, cool.
I think that's what he's going for sure.
That don't fit into the GOAT equation, is all I'm saying.
Okay, here you go. We're not going to do the skip. Skip.
That's all I'm saying.
Skip. Don't do the skip.
I'm not
Skip. Skip.
We love a lot about LeBron.
I
Just
know.
keeping it funky. That doesn't fit into the GOAT equation. Playing with your son is great.
It's to me.
Hey, man,
it's
not
to
enough
another
people can do
notch
that.
on the belt of things that you know what I'm saying.
Right. All the accolades.
Because we done with the '90s, right?
No. No. And I hope he see that shit too. I really do. Because I'm tired
gonna
of
tag him as soon as I get a chance. I'm gonna tag him.
I'm tired of his
I'ma
ass.
tag him.
I'm
But-
tired of it. And I wish he would try to challenge me to play one-on-one. Fuck Gilly. Come
Oh,
play me
really?
one-on-one.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. We shooting now.
But you gotta be ready though. You need at least a 30-day prep.
The thing is, it ain't gonna take that long, Waldo.
Or you think it's just gonna walk on the court, be ready to
The
go?
physical condition is already like still top notch.
Yeah.
So skills, we just gotta tighten that up.
Okay.
You know.
So you say if you could get the challenge off 2
Because
weeks.
once you get tired, I already got the advantage.
Right.
Because I'm not going to get as tired as fast as you.
Yeah.
So my shit going to be sharper for longer, and then I'll be making better decisions throughout
Talk your
whatever
shit,
level
man.
of
That's what I was about to say.
I like when he
Wow.
get like this. He be getting like, he's like, nah, I know what I got, and I know what my ability is. I'll put this dime, you know what I mean, year of ability in the professional basketball.
That's why I keep telling. This is why I said whatever I said about the Michelin Man. Because if you're called to like come back and have to be challenged, like you want to be able to like
be ready.
Be ready.
Yeah.
I ain't ready, but I'm a lot closer to being ready than a lot of these motherfuckers. I can guarantee.
Especially
you that.
the ones that talk the most trash.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's why I don't pop my shit. You know, like I like to do what I do, keep it in my lane, and just keep it moving. But,
sometimes it's important if you just let it out though too. So
when you poke the bear, which we're gonna get to later, a little foreshadowing for latest conversation.
Well, let's go with it.
No. We got other shit to get to first. We got
you
other
want
shit
to talk
to get
about,
to
man?
first. Your girl.
Who?
Your girl.
What? Who?
Cowboy Carter.
Okay.
Wow.
Cowboy Carter.
What
we gotta let
about
Rem
her?
in. We gotta let Rem in because I know Rem got a lot of feelings about Cowboy Carter.
What is your thoughts about Cowboy Carter? What's wrong with her?
Nothing's wrong with Cowboy Carter. Did
Yeah,
you hear?
Let it be heard. He said nothing is wrong
I never
with
said
Cowboy
anything
Carter.
wrong
Let
with
that be
Cowboy
known.
Carter.
Because I think she's
I never had an issue with her.
She's doing great. Isn't she like wasn't her song like #1 in the Cowboy charts?
Yeah, it was.
The Cowboy country charts?
She was ranked #1.
She's #1.
Yeah.
Like to me, to pivot, and I've as an artist, I've made country music. It is not hard
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Rem
Type
finding
it
this
in,
live,
pour it up. Hennessy on Spotify, Waldo Black, pour it up.
Wow.
Yes, it's a country song, and it's a
Okay.
very good. I say this: it's not a country song; it's a song for our country. Come on, how about that? How about that? But no, but it's not easy to break that kind of music, especially when it's predominantly
Yeah.
white.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
This is a
Very
fact.
true.
So to me, for Beyonce to do what she's done, I tip my hat.
Of course.
Yeah.
I tip my hat. She's snapping.
But did you hear? But the like, she's dropping an album.
Yeah, that's the whole point, right?
329. The album is called Cowboy Carter.
And what you think? Is that a bad name? Is that a good name? Is that
I like it just because it shows what the intent is here,
we know?
Right.
Yeah.
and I'm not even country ain't me
Yeah, country ain't
Yeah.
me
I gave
either.
her a little bit of spice with the whole the Texas Hold'em shit. It's a little bit of a bop. I will admit that. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be a hater. But
No.
what I like is the statement that she put out when releasing the date of the album.
Which is what?
Which kind of let me see deeper into like where her mind is with this shit, and I can fuck with what she's doing because I'm like cynical and maniacal in a lot of ways. So when the artist puts out a statement
big
like
words
this,
now. I'm like, oh, okay.
I start
You
to
drop these big words in here.
I start to deep dive mentally into like why would they put something out like this? So I'm gonna read
what
the
is it?
release.
Yeah,
Did you see it?
I didn't see this.
You saw the
Is
post?
it the one where she's like, this is a Beyonce album and not a...
That was the end of it. But did you see
Yes.
what she said before that?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let me.
haven't heard
I'm
it.
in the dark.
I'm
in
gonna
the
read
dark,
you little
please.
pieces of it. All right, so Cowboy Carter, 329. Today marks the 10-day countdown until the release of Act 2. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to all my supporters of Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, the 2 records she put out prior. I feel honored to be the first black woman with the #1 single on the Hot Country songs chart. That would not have happened without the outpouring of support from each and every one of you. My hope is that years from now, the mention of an artist's race as relative to releasing genre of music will not be relevant.
Ooh.
First statement.
Okay.
First statement.
Ooh.
First statement.
Interesting.
She goes on.
Yeah.
This album has been over 5 years in the making. It was born out of an experience that I had years ago where I did not feel welcome.
Oh, I remember that when she went
Yes.
to the CMT.
The CMAs.
CMAs, yeah.
With
us at
the-
CMT.
with the chicks.
With the Dixie Chicks or
Yep.
something like that. Yeah,
and
I remember
they was upset.
They was pissed.
Yes.
And it was very clear that I wasn't. But because of that experience, I did a deeper dive into the history of country music and study our rich musical archives. It feels good to see how music can unite so many people around the world while also amplifying the voices of some people who have dedicated so much of their lives educating on our musical history.
Wow. It's a
Fast
beautiful
forward.
statement.
Yes,
Fast forward.
yes.
Because the rest of it, she keeps going. But at the end of it, I like what you said. This ain't a country album. It's a Beyonce album.
Okay,
This is
B.
Act 2, Cowboy Carter, and I'm proud to share it with y'all.
Nice.
Yo, she let y'all know.
She definitely put the whole genre of country music on notice.
Yes.
But here's my question, right? when she says I had first number one,
First black woman
first black woman
on the country charts
to be number one on the
with the
country
number
charts.
one on the country charts. Yes.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
She made a point to say first black woman.
woman.
Not
Yes.
first woman.
First black woman
First black woman on the country
on the
charts.
country charts.
Yeah.
That's such a dope thing because I look at Beyonce, and I never looked at Beyonce music as only R&B, as only pop, as like I feel like she's
a pop artist.
She's a pop artist, but she's been dibbling and dabbling and all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she's never been like a monolith of like
Right.
you make R&B music.
Just one box.
Yeah, you're one thing. Because I'll listen to certain songs. And I'm just like, man, this could be pop. This could be it's a love ballad. This is Adele. This is like it has like she ranges so much. But now I'm thinking about it. Will this open the floodgates? Because I've seen a lot of other artists now too dropping country music.
Right.
I'm glad and happy to know I was 2 years ahead of the curve. But
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. I'm telling the truth, but I'm not joking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You was ahead of the curve.
But I'm looking at this as well, what does that mean for R&B music and all that? Does that mean now? Does that open the door for white folks to come into our music, or not even white folks? Like the K-pop energy. Like I see a lot of other cultures now making songs that.
This goes back to 2 episodes ago. Conversation.
I'm just saying, what
it's
do
dangerous.
we need to keep it into a certain racial limitation? Is it wrong to say it that way, or is it? Do we open the floodgates and now everybody? And I told you, if you didn't see the last pod, Remy, we talked about Chicken Noodle Soup. You know that song?
That was 2 pods ago.
2 pods ago, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that? Did you know that? Do you know that song, Chicken Noodle Soup?
Yeah, like the dance, right?
With a
Well,
soda
how does
on
it
the
go?
side.
How does it go?
With the soda on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does it go?
What do you mean? How does it go?
Just curious. How does it go?
chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup.
With
And
a
you gotta
soda
do
on the
that.
side, right?
Let it rain. Like, clear it
I
up.
know.
And then you
like-
start speaking in a different language, right? You start talking in.
Oh, what?
No, you don't know that one, huh?
No.
What
See?
are you
That's
talking
what I'm
about?
saying.
He walking you slowly
I'm
into
slow-
telling you this is an
what I-
Asian dude that basically wiped out that whole song who has 3.9 million views and they don't
Oh, it's
even
way
Really?
past
remember
that, like
the real
300
shit.
something million views.
Oh, 300, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
he's up there,
It
up
wiped
there.
out the old chicken noodle soup. I didn't know shit about it. He showed me it
I've
on
never
there.
heard this.
Right.
I know, and it's on other pods.
So how
we'll
it has
just-
300 and whatever 90 million views, like, I
Right.
don't
But
know.
what I'm
watching
saying
it.
is, it's
a bunch of
because
Asian
when
Okay.
the world
Facts.
becomes
You
when the
know?
world becomes at your fingertips, right, with computers and phones and all that, are we then saying anyone can make any genre of music?
See, now you coming to my side because this is
I'm asking. I'm just asking questions. I'm not
They
saying
should
I'm wrong
be
or
able
right.
Now
to, right?
you're
Music
coming-
is music.
to my
Is it?
side.
I don't know. I know.
Because music, it used to be, and historically, music was our way of telling stories. It was our way to freedom in some ways, right? We used to tell the songs and use the songs to get our passage from, you know what I'm saying, the cotton fields and get through the, and you would sing the song to remember the route to take, right? So music is just music, but it has a lot more to it, a lot more depth,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I'm not saying you can't create it if you're not the race that you know that originated it, but it does make you question whether or not there is a limit to giving it to everybody to a point where it dilutes the original purpose for the art. It's just a question that I think about sometimes too. Are you being true to your art
That's why
form?
I said you got to do the work.
Yeah, and she did the work. That's what I think. One thing I like
Yeah.
about what she said
Yeah.
is that she took time, said 5 years.
I'm gonna give
Look at
Rem
the
a chance to
history and all
react.
that.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
double
Ren,
back
I'm sorry.
after.
Yeah, go
'cause
ahead. I'll play it later too, the Chicken Noodle Soup song for you.
Oh, okay. Please do. Because I'm
I'm
like,
gonna give
what
you a
is this?
chance to react. How do you feel about the
What you think?
Cowboy Carter situation? Beyonce in the country music right now.
I mean,
What is your overall,
I was
what's your
surprised
vibe
that
on
she
it?
said she's doing this whole country album thing.
It's not a
country's-
country album though.
Well, I'm sorry, yeah, because
It's
it's,
a
a
Beyonce
Beyonce
album.
album. But I was like, I may not listen to this because
Semantics.
country is not my vibe at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But off of her statement, like she said she did the research and everything. And, I've been seeing some things that saying she's reclaiming this genre because
Ooh,
where are we getting some of the roots from for the country music? Just saying. So,
it's from black people, just so
yeah,
you're aware.
Yeah. So she's
It comes from
reclaiming
black
it in a
people.
way. And like her statement saying like she's hoping to make this just What did she say with the whole genreless or whatever? Like,
You
not
said
to make it
in a
boxed
few
in.
years,
Yeah.
paraphrasing at this point, but in a few years, she hopes to make it so that an artist trying to do or be involved with any kind of music does not become attached to a genre and a race.
Race, yeah.
Right.
So, like, you
Which
know,
this is.
I know.
So it's like I get what she's saying, but I also understand what you're saying
It's
too.
tough.
You know what I mean? It is tough. I mean, as long as you do it respectfully.
That's the main thing.
Because look, we got
That's
the
the
Bobby
main thing.
Caldwells. Okay.
Well, yeah, but they did that
Justin
purposely.
Timberlake, if we want to count him with the.
Okay,
talk about
okay.
that.
Hall
Listen,
and Oates,
that's my
you know,
guy.
we could put them
Hall
in there.
Hall and Oates is not black. Though.
Okay.
I'm not giving Hall and Oates a pass on that. They're not
You're
black.
gonna give them a
They're not
pass?
black.
They're not.
They
Blue White Soul?
she's a rich girl.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fire. That's a certified
It's
black.
fire, but it's never black. It's not black music. I wouldn't even put that into a category.
What genre is that then? Do you think?
Yacht rock or whatever.
No.
That's yacht rock for real.
No. You think it's
I
not?
don't know enough about yacht rock to tell you you're wrong.
That's but I'm looking at that. I
That
look at
shit sounds soulful to me. Like
it's not. It's
shit
Does it not?
soulful?
I think so.
all right, y'all. Y'all
You don't- hold
y'all
on.
really on one today. Yacht rock is to me all that like Michael McDonald and all them
I
cats.
love him.
Yes, but that to me
I love him.
is those cats that sing. They sing
Sarah
our
Smile.
songs.
You don't think that's soulful? Sarah Smile.
Okay, Blue Eyed Soul. I'll give it. I'll
That is
I'll let it
soulful.
pass. I'll let it pass. But what I'm just saying is I don't categorize that as black music.
Okay.
Or Bobby Caldwell is the only one I'll say, yeah, he snuck in.
He did.
You ever just have somebody because even the
I thought he was
the
black.
art the whole time I thought he was black. The artwork itself, they
Bobby
made it
Caldwell
on
was a
purpose,
motherfucker.
so
on
that
purpose so they wouldn't know he was black. He was white. So to me, that was sneaky. But I do respect the
They
art.
be trying that sometimes when
art.
they first break an artist. It's hard
Yeah.
to nowadays because you
Yeah.
gotta be, but back then,
I think
yeah.
her was probably the last person to try to sneak in, but she didn't need to. I mean,
Yeah, nah.
Oh wait,
hiding
her? You talking about her? I like her.
hiding her identity at least.
Yes, him too.
Please don't
she
bring
got
that
him
up.
out of there. She got him out of there quick.
What? Please don't bring him up. That was
She got him out of there
I don't-
quick.
I almost didn't know who you were talking about.
Yeah,
That's
nah.
how quick it was.
I remember that was
sorry.
a thing very.
I'm sorry.
Super early in her
I'm
career.
sorry. What about
She
Sir?
got him out of
I
there
like
quick.
Sir too.
Sir is fire.
Sir, he
Sir
just
was
released an
good.
album.
Sir
I
is
didn't listen
fire.
to it yet.
I
Sir is
listened to his
still
album
good. He
either,
just dropped
yeah.
an album.
I
Yeah,
listened to it.
he
Yeah,
did.
I'm just saying, Sir. I like Sir.
Yeah, Sir is fire.
Yeah.
I'm just
Talent.
nervous though because Chasing Summer, it really has my heart.
I mean, that's a really good album.
Yeah.
It's a great album.
That's a really good album.
Oh.
It's hard to follow that up in
Yeah,
any
that's what I'm
regard.
Yeah,
saying.
when you,
So,
it's kind of like Bryson Tiller with Trap Soul. After that, I kind of was like, I don't need to hear anything else.
Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
Everything else was like not as good as Trap
Yeah.
Soul to me. It was just like okay, it's
Trap Soul.
a half decent attempt. The other one he did, I don't even know the name of it. That's
One
how
album wonder, that kid.
no, he has a couple good songs after that though.
A couple good songs, but again, one album wonder. That shit, like he's never released anything to the caliber of Trap Soul.
The one with
ever since.
Rihanna, that was a fire joint.
Song.
Okay.
I'm talking
it
about
wasn't
collective
a-
body of work.
No. He hasn't because I think it's hard to follow up a great album
It is.
with another great album. It's not easy. Consistency is a thing.
Don't shoot your load early.
Okay, that's a whole other
Oh,
conversation.
wow.
He also did the whole. This is like he stopped putting out music at it, like And I think for artists
yeah.
to find themselves, especially after you release a great project like that, you got to keep putting out music. Like
It's the work.
So
the
you
workload
know-
has to keep going.
yeah,
Or,
especially nowadays.
Or you have to ensure the next one is a caliber of excellence that
And it ain't been.
I know.
It ain't been.
It's just been like, do.
We sidetracked.
You have a
right
you have a
now.
soundboard, right? Do you have the one that it was like crickets? What's the cricket sound? Yes, that's what's Bryson Tiller's
it.
last few albums.
Nice.
I was just like, okay, good try,
Crickets
good
on
try,
that.
bro.
Definitely
Good try, bro.
Nah, but we sidetracked. So the Beyonce thing, my take,
Yeah,
it goes along the lines of what you said.
Yeah.
And I feel like I know where she's at with that shit.
Oh, where's she at?
She's Beyonce.
Yes.
So the woman literally feels like she can conquer the world.
Of course.
I thought it was very, very pointed and specific that she said this album was 5 years in the making and it
Yes.
came after I had a negative experience at this award
Yes.
show.
yeah.
I was kind of surprised she said that. Because she's so secretive.
That's the
you know what I mean?
motivation
But-
for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that is the motivation behind everything she's doing with this Cowboy Carter shit.
Yeah.
Like literally, I went to y'all awards, y'all shitted on me. Now I'm gonna take y'all shit back and say fuck it because after
yeah.
doing the digging and the history, this ain't y'all shit anyway.
No, it's not. But I think the beauty of what she just did is she put everyone on notice.
Oh, yes.
Right.
You do know I can do this.
I
was being nice
That's
before.
why
there's no limitations to what I can do.
I
so
can do this.
That's again the cynical like the brain is like, oh, she was pissed at that show and said, all right, watch now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, watch now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna slow roll it because she put out music of like she's not going to deter from my process. But when I get to a certain point, when I get time and I'm ready, I'm gonna make this country album and watch what I do with it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like,
and the songs are good.
Since
so
y'all
far.
want to piss me off at the show that I went to in support of country music, all right, watch now.
Yeah.
Let me show you what this shit's supposed to look like, feel like, you know.
Yeah.
I wonder
for real, like
do you think that country artists are like worried or like are they shaking in their boots? Because like if she does a country music festival and she's the headliner, and people that have been in country for a very long time.
You talking about dangerous places.
You understand what I'm saying? Like when she's the headliner above the artists that have been in country for a consistent amount of time.
Because this shit's gonna do numbers, so it's gonna justify her being a headline artist at one of them type of shows.
And it's Beyonce, so she could do all country, or she could make country versions of her hit songs that she already has.
Yeah.
And still kill it.
Yeah.
She has a catalog that goes for so long and so many hits, and she can just make them. She can just remix them into like honky tonk type, you know what I mean, line dance type songs, and then boom, now we're singing and dancing the country style versions of Single Ladies.
Oh Lord!
Come on, come on!
I'm trying to imagine what that shit would even sound like.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh,
I'm just saying, if you get the right, instrumentation behind it, it could work, and people would be like, "Yeah, I'm on board."
Yeah.
Re-release all her old stuff as country versions.
So
Money.
Y'all gonna run up the streams on Cowboy Carter?
Am I gonna run the streams up?
We'll see.
No, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet because it has to be. Because I listened to Texas Hold'em and it got old for me that fast because it was all over TikTok, all over. Like I was like, okay, I don't even want to listen to the song myself because I'm gonna hear it throughout the day.
Ban TikTok right now, please.
Stop!
Sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Ban it. We don't need that shit.
We don't. First of all,
we don't need that shit.
You don't be on the TikTok.
Listen, man.
Wow.
TikTok and our TikTok people. We love you. We appreciate you. The views of D. Burke do not represent the EFS podcast
I stand alone on this
and
one.
its affiliates. Okay.
I stand alone on this.
Listen, what I'm gonna say is TikTok is so crucial, and it's bigger than just social media. What TikTok does is allow us to get unfiltered media and conversation that the American pulse watchers are unable to affect and change. We are able to make. Oh, you over there hating?
Wow.
He over there hating.
Wow. I can't believe that.
Listen, man, you got a little soundboard now. I'm gonna need a soundboard over here too.
I told you I was coming.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole Kellogg's thing. When the dude went out there and he was saying, "Oh yeah, you guys can't afford groceries. It's okay. Eat cereal for dinner." And that was the whole thing. And now we're banning. I'm not sure if y'all are on the ban, but I know I'm banning Kellogg's products.
Why are you?
Because they told you to eat cereal for dinner?
No, because they're trying to make money off of the people that are poor and can't afford actual groceries. So they said, look, how about we just capitalize on this moment as business people and take this opportunity where people are struggling already and then force them to eat cereal that's not a healthy meal for dinner, bro. Can you imagine families going home and they did a whole commercial. Tony the Tiger coming out saying, "Oh, you say cereal, I say dinner. Cereal, dinner, cereal, dinner."
I'll let you finish.
Like, that's crazy to me. I'm sitting there like, wait, what are we doing?
Wait, is this a real commercial?
Yes.
I cannot wait to go look for this.
This is what I'm saying. And
I ain't seen it either.
This is a whole thing on TikTok, and it's because of that, the entire TikTok universe band together. And the stock prices are like plummeting for Kellogg's products. We're not buying Morningstar. We're not buying Kellogg's Eggos. We're not buying Wheat Thins. All the stuff that's connected to Kellogg's, they're banning it. You think that those people that are making billions of dollars don't have a invested interest in making sure we ban TikTok because they know how we came together and stopped their money? Oh yeah, it's bigger than to me. This is my personal. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I see what the pivot when we did this, and now they're losing millions and millions and millions of dollars, and then now all of a sudden we talking about banning TikTok. I just see it's a very like if you look on TikTok right now, there's a bunch of different creators.
I hope I don't get canceled for my.
Nah,
for
go
my
ahead. I
view
want
on
you
it.
to tell your truth, man. Tell your truth.
If
I'm
they
just letting
can't
you know.
eat cereal, what they gonna eat?
So this one. Listen, if you can't eat
If I'm
cereal,
so broke that I can't afford real food and I can't eat the cheapest shit, which is the cereal, what the fuck am I gonna eat then?
it's sometimes you gotta
I'm
read
gonna go
the
to bed
room,
hungry?
bro. It's not you. It's them. It's the. He's literally on. Like if you look at it, he's on the news. He was like, "Yeah, we found that a lot of people are struggling, and since because they're not able to afford groceries, we felt like it was a perfect time to capitalize and make sure people are aware that cereal's still an option." I'm like, what? Are you telling me?
I mean,
So instead of lowering your prices to make cereal more affordable or things like that, you gonna actually take that opportunity to make more money.
Yeah.
That to me it's not reading the room. You really don't care
cereal
about
is
us.
more expensive than it used to be. We know that. Like
Yeah.
Not now,
inflation,
because
all
guess
of
what?
that
Since
shit.
the ban, they're doing deals. Like if you buy this, you get 2 boxes of
True.
cereal.
Prior
Oh, wow.
prior to the ban, cereal has been more pricey than it's been in a while.
Yeah.
Like,
Of course.
you know.
It's like
But
$7 a box.
but that $7 gonna get you
2 bowls. That's about it.
I was about to say,
Nah.
a
You ain't
family of 5, you're not
that's
getting.
a whole other thing on TikTok too.
But if you
Go
buy
in there and see that
$5
shrinkflation.
boxes of cereal, that's like 20 meals for the like
20 meals for the family. He really trying to make this work. No, we're not accepting cereal as dinner. We're just not going to do that. We're not going to regulate or make that
So if I'm
normalized.
So if I'm homeless and I ain't got shit to eat on the street,
you
and somebody
homeless-
throw me a box of cereal,
If you homeless, you're not on TikTok. I'm just saying.
it's true.
Oh my
But I'm
God.
saying
I'm talking about the
people
people
who
that-
can't afford
Yeah,
food, they gotta eat something.
I understand.
And maybe
that.
it is a little predatory to be
It's predatory.
rolling
There you
out
go.
the,
That's
you know,
good
but
word.
cereal is still an option. Like I've
I'm
eaten
not-
a bowl of cereal for dinner before in my life, just because it's like,
yes.
all right, shit.
Many a times for me.
Milk,
Yes.
cereal, or dessert at least,
If
like
you
little
want to
late night
if
cereal
you want to
bowl.
eat cereal, it should be
Yeah.
elective, not mandatory. He's
But they
making
didn't
it
say,
seem like,
yo, eat like buy the cereal or you
watch it.
die.
Watch. You got to watch 2 things. One is the interview of him on MSNBC, I think it is, and then the other one is the commercial. They are literally a family of 4, and the chicken, the little like cartoon chicken, talking to him like, "What about me, guys?" It's like, "No, we're gonna eat cereal instead." Like, it's literally like trying to brainwash us to make it like think it's a good idea to choose cereal for dinner over actual
I mean,
groceries.
hey, listen.
I don't like that. To me, that's tactical
If they buy-
manipulation right there by these companies, and that's why we're against them. That's why their stocks are down. But that's also the reason why they probably trying to ban.
I mean, it makes
TikTok.
sense.
Yeah, they don't want us to come together.
Of course not.
There's many other issues that come up too that we've banned stuff and banned Starbucks because they support certain things or it's a lot of
they
a lot
were scared.
of stuff.
Starbucks was scared for a second.
Yeah, because I'm just saying when we're able to come together like the ants, remember the movie Ants, and then when they realize that we outnumber them, they get terrified by that. So I think that's really the true reason why they want to ban TikTok. Now that being said, I do not like having the fact that another nation has access to our algorithms,
That's enough of
information.
a reason
and all
right
that.
there.
Yeah,
Like,
I do get
think
that.
these
But
people
2
who've
things
been
can be
running
true.
that shit,
Yeah.
2 things can be true at the same time.
I
Yes.
think they've been creeping on our information for years.
Of course.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
I think
don't
if we
need
ban
that for
ban that shit right now, they like, okay, fine, we got enough.
I was about to say, yeah.
we got enough now.
It's potential for sure.
We've been slow rolling this thing for years, and I just
Yeah.
been falling into it, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling
Yeah.
and scrolling and
Yep.
scrolling. We got enough information right now from y'all. Then go ahead, ban it.
Go ahead, do your thing. I mean, but all these
People gonna be in an
companies-
uproar. But
I don't know what's worse, like America having control of our analytics or a foreign country. It's both bad because
Yeah, either way.
Either
don't say
way-
foreign country. What China? Like
I know.
Well, yeah.
It's
the
a
foreign
it's a-
country.
it's a
like
tough- it's a
not
tough call.
If it ain't America, the foreign country is China. That's the one you got to worry about most.
Yeah.
And they've been in control of our social media for the last When did TikTok
They're
get
in
popping?
control of the development of our hardware too. Let's not get twisted.
Control of everything.
They control the technology. They control the phones.
All
they
of
control.
it.
So if they wanted to spy
All
on us,
of it.
all they have to do is put a little something inside these iPhones.
All of
These
it.
phones all gonna shut down at the
Come-
same
hey,
time.
come
They
on,
about to-
right?
Get that
EMP
shit
too.
out of here. Like, ban
Wow.
it. Just ban it. Like,
Yeah.
slow
I
the
don't
process at least. Slow the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Like, that's my perspective. I mean, I know TikTok is a thing. I don't really use that shit like that.
Right.
You know,
But you be against the youngins, yo. You be coming at these Casanats and these AMP
because all they do is
streamers and
scroll on TikTok.
No, they
And
do a
come
lot
up with all
more
their
than
fucking
that, man. They
opinions, and that's where they come up with their whole mentality. Is TikTok.
I don't know. Do you follow any of these young streamers, Remy?
No, not really.
No Kai's, nobody.
No.
You don't like him?
I mean, I don't. It's not that I don't like him, but like, he be doing a little too much for me.
Is it
Yeah.
too much?
Just a little too
He's
much.
like he's like 21, I think he is. He's a young
Yeah,
kid. Like
very young.
I mean, we was all young at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was running around, jumping up and down, doing wild stuff too.
Well, trust me, I already know I was that nigga to somebody who was older than me at some point.
Exactly.
Like, yo,
Yeah.
like, oh, this little motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
Calm down. You need to calm down, boy. You need to calm
I was
down.
more reserved though, because I
Yeah.
always had an old soul. Like, fuck all that. Like,
Yeah.
that young shit. Like, not to say I didn't do young, dumb, stupid shit,
Right,
but
right.
I think the younger they get, they just get like more, again, brainwashed.
Yeah,
like,
it's
it's
a
not the
different
same.
generation though.
Yeah.
seriously.
Not the same shit. Not the same shit at all. And it gets worse as we go. But that's a long tangent.
But yeah,
Fuck all that. We gonna
Cowboy
roll it
Carter.
back.
I'm streaming when Susan drops 329.
Yes.
Cowboy Carter.
Shouts to Beyonce.
Yeah, man. We in support of it.
Yes,
We in
sir.
support of
And
it.
support me. Well, like my country song too. Why not?
Oh yes.
I'm gonna plug myself. Why not? Right?
Yes, of course.
You gotta plug the new EP at least.
I mean, yeah,
Heartstrings.
the new EP is out too. Yeah, it came out 3/19/24. Hey, so far, people been really vibing, bro.
Wow.
It's been good vibes, man. It's been good vibes.
Oh, Remy heard it. Yeah, we gotta let Rem hear this.
You gotta hear a couple Jones from
Yeah.
the EP at some point, sure. But I did a event at UD. I was celebrity judge at this Mr. and Mrs. FTK event. FTK stands for the kids. It was like raising money and spreading awareness for pediatric cancer. So it was a really dope event. Had a good time. We was turned up in there.
Okay.
And I got to judge all these sorority and fraternity kids trying to perform and do their talents. And some of them were talented, and some of them had good spirit.
He was like,
Wow.
American Idol.
Just saying, go back and forth. You know what I mean?
He was on the American Idol shit.
Yeah, I was on my Rainey Jackson. Like I was like, it's a no for me, dog. You know what I'm saying? It was a no for me, dog. Nah, you gonna try it again. But no, it was good. It was
Breaking the kids' hearts
sponsored
out
by
there.
Rockstar Energy Drinks.
Fire.
Yeah, it was dope. It was a good time, man. Had a good time. Connected with a lot of people, and that was a precursor to the big event, the big dance marathon coming up. So
That's fire.
Nice.
on 21st of April.
As you say that with your name on your shirt. I'm just
Hey
peeping that.
man, come on, man! I'm like, this is the classic joint from 2022.
Oh, I thought
just
that might
figured
have
that-
been the new merch you was
Nah,
promising
I got
the
new
people.
merch coming. Don't worry. I was talking to Creative Only Commission Prince gang early this week about getting my. It's gonna be called. This is a little sneak peek behind the scenes. United Dreamers. It's gonna be the brand. United Dreamers. It's gonna be a little dope little John. We ain't rushing on it. It's shh.
Just let me know when it's time.
Oh yeah, we'll probably do something on the pod. And
I don't need it for free, but you know,
I'll definitely hook you up.
I ain't
though.
that guy.
It might not be. I might be a medium or
Yo,
something. It might
I
be
need
an
that
extra,
shit for
extra
free,
tall
bro.
version. I don't know if I got the extra tall. I'm gonna give you a medium. It might be a
Yo,
belly
bro,
shirt on
the
yours.
Day one, I put you on the pod. I gotta get a like, nah, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
You know, I'll support.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it, bro.
You know,
Appreciate it. I
The
can't
right
wait,
way.
man. When it drops, it's gonna be a nice little moment
nice,
for sure.
nice. All right, rolling forward as we keep this thing music.
What you thinking?
I'm here because I'm here on this topic just because me and Rem had an interesting conversation about this individual, and I believe she's going
Really?
to offer some great perspective as to
Okay,
why.
Ren, what you got
she
over
ain't
there?
fucking
What you
with
got
it.
something going on over there?
Nothing.
But-
Nothing.
Have we? I have. I don't know if y'all have. Y'all heard the Justin album?
I have
No,
not. I have not.
not
Justin
listened to it.
Timberlake has been mid for a bit now. He's been
I
very,
agree.
very quiet, very mid,
Mm.
and his greater years are behind him, in my opinion.
Oh.
That's craziness.
I love that.
That's my position. His greater years, not his great years, but his greater.
Yes.
Listen
Like
to the
his
album,
greater
and you're not
years.
going to feel that way.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you, 100%.
Wow.
You're staking the claim
Justin's
that
back.
okay, Justin's back.
Justin's
Justin's
back.
back.
You know?
So this is a la Super Bowl Janet Jackson titty.
This is This is.
I'm just going back. Like this
And that is the reason that I just feel a type of way about him.
So I'm just going back. Like this is what we. Because at some point he kind of like I was like, what are we doing with Justin? Because I felt like he got too confident in his role as being like invited to the cookout.
I can see that.
He got invited to the cookout and he started acting like he was actually like supposed to be there. Like,
I can see that.
I was like, calm down. We invited
Relax a little bit, right?
You are not. You are a
Blue-eyed
guest
soul.
still, huh?
Blue-eyed soul.
Again, he's okay. You know what I'm saying? Is
You
Justin,
said it,
but is
not me.
I know. I'm giving a feedback on that because is Justin Timberlake blue-eyed soul, or is his production black music?
Because I was just thinking this.
Because
Timberland
I
helped
feel,
him a lot.
Yes, Timberland, Pharrell, all the people that are making his music is black. So he's the white face. He's an avatar to me. He's the white face that is able to move in spaces and get on radio plays that another black person like Tank or somebody who's super talented in that level would not be able to move because he doesn't fit the image of what they want in mainstream music and media. That's just my personal.
So whose fault is that?
You want to take a historical lens, or you want to go down to the micro?
Go
How far you want to go? Like,
go historical.
I think it's more so to me. It's a collection of things. One, it's our fault for enabling him. Right, we give him the production. We allow him to use our greatest producers. Right, because you look at what happens. If you take the black away, where he at? In the woods singing country, or trying to do his best to do that.
I'm gonna stop you there because you was the one that said artists who like to explore themselves creatively and all that other stuff. You gotta get space to do that. If that's the case,
I want him to do that, but you can see the difference of the talent. It's not him; it's who's behind him. If he had, to me, that's my personal take on Justin Timberlake. As great as he is, I'm not saying he's not great. I'm just saying he would not be who he was if it wasn't for Timberland, Pharrell, and the litany of producers and writers behind him to create the great songs and iconic songs that we know.
Sure, but you can say that about anybody who don't write their own music or produce their own music.
Justin does write a little bit. I have to give him that. He writes a little bit. He tried to write this song for Michael Jackson, but fell through. Yeah. So, I mean, he does have a little bit of talent. I have to give him that. But I do agree that the production pushed him a lot further than where he would have been on his own, especially without NSYNC. So
yes.
I think him being in NSYNC gave him the lob to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do after he left NSYNC.
Interesting.
I got a different take on Justin.
Yeah.
Like,
Interesting.
You know, like I got a different take on Justin.
I want to hear it.
I believe that it is certain things roll out for a white artist in that kind of way. But the man was in a great iconic music group before he ever branched off to do his shit solo.
That's very true.
Yep.
But look where everybody else is at.
True, but when everybody else left, Justin made it like a conscious effort to go in a certain direction.
Yes.
The direction that he wanted to go.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody said, "Yo, Justin, come make R&B and all that kind of music." Like,
that's true.
He's clearly into that shit.
Yes.
Like, obviously, he still has the pop appeal. He can do a lot of pop records. Some of his best records are pop records from the NSYNC days, and just the ones that on the album that have that more poppy sound and all that shit. But at the end of the day, the man, like, he went in that direction because it's like, yo, fuck it, I'll fuck with this kind of music.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, the man's done songs with all the kind of like producers, like artists, done songs with T.I., he's done songs with Jay-Z, he's done songs like, so these people have stamped him in a way, and that for me again comes off of artists who do the work.
Right.
You know? So it's not like he hasn't done the work and paid homage to the legends of our like culture and music. It's not like he came here to just say, like, yo, I'm here to take everything I can get from him and give y'all nothing.
But what is he giving?
But I was about to say, but the energy
music
from him just feels that way.
Right. Maybe that's
In
just
what regard?
my opinion. And I'm not, this is all I can go off of is what I feel when I hear his music and I feel when I'm listening to him. Right. The time it stopped being like I was appreciative for Justin Timberlake's music was like right after that Super Bowl and everything that happened kind of that fallout with the Janet and the whole thing. And I kind of was like looking at Justin like, what's going on here? Now, he got a little bit of grace when he did the song with Jay-Z,
Suit and tie,
Yeah,
certified
Suit and Tie.
slap.
That was a good John. And I was like, okay,
The
maybe
one on
Justin,
Jay-Z's Magna Carta album.
that was a good one too. And I was like, maybe he's okay. Maybe I'll give him a pass. And then as soon as I think after that, he did another album, which was lackluster. And that was the one where he was like, Mirrors, I think it was.
What?
Yeah,
The 2020 experience?
Mirrors. The Mirrors.
That to me is Justin's collective best body of work, top to bottom,
that
hands
the one,
down.
if it's not that one, what happens after that one?
Man in the Woods.
That was it then. That was it. So that was the last time I actually listened to a Justin Timberlake album was the Mirrors one.
The 2020 experience. And that shit was fire.
Yeah.
This new album is
more like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's in that lane. Like
I'm gonna give him a chance.
It's in that lane.
Same.
I'm gonna give him a chance. I guess he's coming back to his roots.
It's in that lane.
I'm quote fingers. His
He
Bobby
went back
Caldwell.
to like, yo, and again, it's like the shit came out in 2013, that 2020 experience. That's to me Justin's hand down best album.
My favorite
the one
joint
before that
was,
was Future Sex Love Sound.
That
which
was my
cool.
favorite. My favorite joint.
Nah, 2020 bodied that. To
I'm
me.
bringing sexy
Bodied that.
back.
That was the one
Yeah.
that Timberland executive produced from top to bottom. That 2020 experience album, and you can hear the influence because it's Timbo, and one of our greatest producers, hands down,
If
throughout
not the.
history.
If not
but
the.
Justin also delivered in that album in a great way.
He is.
I still
able
fuck
to
with
do
that
what
album.
he does.
That's my favorite Justin album from top to bottom, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
So where do you put him in the lexicon of great R&B artists then?
I don't know if I want to stamp him as just an R&B artist.
Then what do you stamp him as?
He's one of those, again, he's a pop artist that
Does R&B?
does R&B.
Okay. Well, he's
That
trash
whole
at
Man in the
country.
Woods shit, I'm not
He's
here.
trash at country.
And
Leave it to
he's from the
Beyonce,
South.
Justin.
He's from the South, so clearly he tried to, that 2020, what I was saying was that 2020 Experience album came out in 2013, and that Man in the Woods shit didn't come out until maybe, what was that, 3-4 years ago, maybe? He took a break.
Yeah.
He didn't release music for a long time, so coming back, he's probably, all right, fuck it, let me try some new shit out, some country shit.
guess.
It didn't work. Oh, they bashed me for this shit. I'm going right back to where the fuck I was like, here, take this shit. New album.
Back to black.
Back to what works.
I'm just saying. I'm
Back
sorry.
to what works.
I always
Back to
have,
what works.
and that could be my bias too. And I can admit to sometimes having that when I look at some artists, and I just feel like somehow they get the red carpet rolled out because of their legacy, their history of their artistry,
in sync.
but also because of the racial push that they would get. And the approval they would get to get played on certain airwaves.
Sure, but I don't know if he was operating with like, I'm gonna use my white privilege to make R&B music.
I also don't think that he's going out of his
that,
way to make sure that his music is in some way, I guess, affecting black culture in a positive way either.
Outside of the shit with Janet, what else can we say bad about him in black culture?
It's different to me. It's
Outside
different
of that one thing.
It's different to
and
me
I
between
being honest, I don't know how I'm gonna act if a titty pop out in front of me in my performance either, and then I get all the backlash for it. Like, I don't know exactly what my response would be in that situation. Like,
what I'm saying is, it's similar to like Post Malone, right? Where it's like
I got way more of an issue with Post than Justin.
Like I just look at like when you're in that space, you're doing a la pseudo black music, right? But you do nothing for black people.
Right.
Then I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm dancing and jigging to your stuff, but what stance have you ever taken on any kind of black issues? What have you done for us as a culture besides make some jams we can sing and dance to, right? And I look at it, I put the same vein on black artists too.
That's
like outside
just
outside
about to go
of
there. You
outside
can say
of
that
black
about
artists,
a lot of these niggas out
like,
here who make
Meek Mills, what did you
songs.
do besides make dreams and nightmares? And I go, oh, he does prison reform. Oh, he does, and I say, okay, he's taking what he has as a artist and platform. It's similar to sports. You are great at your talent on the court, but what are you doing off the court for us?
Right.
And if you ain't doing nothing, you can't be my GOAT. You can't be my.
I never said he was a GOAT.
No. I'm just giving the GOAT conversation a little bit too much shine. But what I'm saying is I'm not gonna glaze Justin because of his project or his music when I know he ain't doing nothing for us. When he go home to his white wife, he gonna sit in his house and be good. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's people dying in the streets from police brutality. He don't care. He ain't gotta say nothing. He ain't gonna
throw the album
nothing.
on with your girl, and he gonna do a lot for you.
I guess that's the most he can do for us. That's it. And that, to
throw
me,
the album on with your girl, and that's all I need from him. What else I need from Justin? I'm not asking.
I need Justin to use that white voice, right, to speak up on black issues. If you want to use all our black producers to make your music, well, guess what? Without us, you wouldn't be where you are. So recognize that.
But I think he's paid
Instead
homage
of
to the
popping titties
producers.
out, go ahead and speak for us.
He's paid homage to the producers that have helped him along the way. Like
that's true. That's true. I'm not saying he doesn't do that on the music side. I'm talking about it goes deeper than music, right? If we can't listen to R. Kelly no more because of his actions outside of his music, then we need to be looking at all these white artists that use these black producers and do all this stuff the same way. What you doing off
back to the community.
What you doing off the court?
Yeah.
What you doing when you're not in the studio for us? Because I'm looking at you in the same vein. If he can't stand up for us in those moments, then all right, yeah, it's cool. Your music, all right, man. Go ahead somewhere. Man.
So you're gonna hate on the album when you hear it and think it's fire?
If anything, I'm hating on Justin as a person.
I was about to say it's more so I just don't bang with him as a person. He does a lot of shady stuff. And I'm just saying, Janet Jackson. Like we said,
we've been on that.
He could have really spoke up for her because. You know, as a man, especially a white man, nobody's going to counsel you at that time.
No, it's a different time, yeah.
Yeah, so he really could have spoke up way more for her. That's number one. And number two, he a cheater.
Oh, he cheated on just.
Baby, cheated on Jessica Biel, and
it
was
I said Alex Biel.
He
Yeah,
was having this little affair. With one of his actresses in a movie he was filming.
Really?
Caught him in New Orleans, honey, on the balcony, getting
Justin
close with this hoe.
By the end of this
That's call her a hoe, but
I know he was a nasty boy, but I didn't know he was like that.
So we throwing cheating on his rap sheet now?
If it's there, it's there. We ain't throwing it on.
Let's not talk about Britney Spears' book and what she was saying.
Oh wow! So
we gotta take Britney's word with a grain of salt. Though.
Yeah. You know how
Britney's wild.
She's wild.
Britney's wild.
There was a part
you start
in there
dancing
that
in your
blew
kitchens
up.
with knives and doing all this kind of shit.
Well, yeah,
I'm taking everything you say with the smallest grain of salt.
With a grain of salt, because we know, she a little touched.
Yeah,
but she did say in her book that went viral that they were walking down the street and they ran into Genuine, and Justin was like, "Yo, my dog," like.
Okay.
Wow.
Again,
so, that's also out there about him. And, you know.
He's a different dude.
He's just a weird dude, in my opinion. He's
Britney.
a weird dude. So I just keep my eye open on him.
All these artists is weird. Like,
that's agreeable. But we also can, as listeners, we get to say, like,
yeah,
that's not for me.
Because I don't listen to R. Kelly anymore because of the person that he is. So why can't I do the same for,
I think that's if we talk at R. Kelly,
it's extreme.
That's a Grand Canyon gap from where Justin Timberlake is to
but
me.
It's the same type of thing. Like, I'm going to look at you as a whole entire person.
Yeah.
Including, yes, you sing and you're great. The public loves you. Okay. But you're shady. If you're shady, I can't get with it 100%.
And I think that's only because of me as an artist. I know, like, how I move as a person directly reflects my artistry and what I bring to the song.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I can't.
I agree.
I can't be. And this happened with me with Future too. With him was like, oh, I don't drink lean no more, but you singing about it. I'm like, wait a second here.
He didn't say he didn't drink. He said he never really fuck with that shit as much as he be singing about that.
Well, yeah, that's the paraphrase
cap to me. That's just cap.
But again, it gets to me where I'm sitting here like, wait, so why am I'm listening to someone that's promoting something that is deleterious, like another word of the day, to my community.
Too many in one episode.
It's the same word. It's the same word for earlier.
One twice.
Yeah. Word of the day. That's the same word of the day.
You know my short term.
No, so deleterious to the community, right? And then be like, oh yeah, we repping. You know what I'm saying? We out here, we moving. And I'm like, are you moving? What are you moving to? Because it seems like you're going the wrong direction. And I'm not hating on none of these artists in their ability to make art, but there has to be a line where it's like the art and the person, and it should intersect. And I feel like sometimes these artists are getting away with making characters in their music that don't reflect the people that they actually are.
So you're saying Justin Timberlake is a character?
I think
yes, he just stepped into this costume.
I think he's been a character for a very long time, and he's able to boop, put it on, boop, take it off, and if if the proverbial shit hit the fan, right, and things got crazy, I don't think he would be standing in locked in arms with us at a BLM march.
He'll be hiding with Jessica Biel in his home again.
I don't think he would. I just my personal. And maybe he can prove me wrong. Maybe something.
I would love that.
I would love that.
I would love that.
But I just don't see it as a potential from Justin. I think he's a businessman. He's gonna do the right thing.
It's hard when it's 2 against 1 now. I'm getting jumped over here over
I'm
Justin. Like,
hey, yo, speak your mind, man.
Like,
this is your mind.
Yo, Justin.
But he's
that
just all
shit's
about
a
the
banger,
music.
bro.
That's what I think.
that shit is a banger, bro. That shit is a banger.
Don't get it twisted. I would definitely invite. Justin Timberlake, if we want to do a song together, I would definitely love to do that. But
we definitely want to do a song with the nigga.
But we definitely gonna go to the community first and do something for the kids. We definitely gonna go to the community first and do something for the kids in my community, so that way we can knock that part of it off. All right, no, like,
okay.
All right, so let me get things right there.
We don't know if he has or hasn't. We don't know if he has or hasn't.
That
Justin
is the
may
problem.
do a bunch of philanthropic work that we don't know about.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying that if I don't know it, I can't support fully. That's where I'm like, I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more from him.
Hey man, go stream that new Justin. That's just
it's fire to you.
Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
Don't buy it. Just stream it.
Just stream it.
But buy it if you're gonna listen, man. That's where that money come in. That's why as an artist, I do want to support artists.
You just said he making all the money off black music. Now you want to give him more
those
money.
black artists.
I said just stream so you get the penny.
But the artist, the artist has to pay the producers. So the black producers need to get a check. Let's get them their money. Hold up now. I'm just saying there's a whole.
I think everybody's good monetarily. I think everybody's business is airtight and they're going to get as much as they can out of any situation. Like the self-starters.
Self-starters, let's go.
Like the self-starter. But it's all right, I'll back off.
What's the hottest one on there? So I can start there. I want to start with the hottest joint on the
joint on there.
To you, that's.
Of course, Jealous. That's just a slap.
Jealous is joint.
That's just a slap. I'm blanking on the name of the one. I said Technicolor, yeah.
Technicolor.
Fire. Technicolor, Fire. Love and War, stellar record.
Stellar.
And since now I'm getting a chance to talk, what I like about Justin and the producers he work with is that anytime he crafts an actual album, it is a cohesive, collective body of work.
That's very important.
Another thing that I like about Justin's albums is that the songs ain't 3 minutes.
Wait, how long is it?
Which is a problem of mine for this whole new industry shit that we're dealing with now.
You hate the
he has a
songs?
song on there that's 7 minutes and 17 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, but his best songs are always long.
Right.
I love them. Yeah.
He focused on building of the record, actual hooks, bridges, all that shit. It's a well put together song. It's not this short, I'm going to sing some shit that sounds like cool for like a couple bars. I'm going to let it rock into the hook. I'm going to come back for another couple bars. And then I'm going to blink twice and the record's over in 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Right.
There's a lot of this shit now. Like, not building of actual songs and records. And I know he doesn't write all of his music. And I know he doesn't produce his own music because he works collaboratively with people, namely Timberlake, to make great albums.
Yep.
So if you listen to the songs, and I'm big on, again, I listen to music.
Technicolor, Jealous, and Love and Wars.
Those are three standouts for me, but there's a bunch of good records on the project in
and what's the name of the project again?
Damn. The name of the project is...
Damn.
I'm blanking.
Listen, man.
The name
you don't
of the
even know the
project.
name of the project. You over there promoting.
I don't know names of shit right now, man.
Yeah,
I just know artists and
with
that
you,
they
bro.
drop. And a lot of these motherfuckers ain't dropping right now. So, so I'm correct in the name of the album. It is Everything I Thought It Was.
Everything I thought it was.
Yeah.
It sounds like a la Drake. Nothing was
It do
the same.
sound like some Drake shit.
Everything I thought it was.
But now, back to the point, Justin makes record, he makes actual records. Like the thing I liked about 2020, that album that I mentioned before that came out in 2013, was that the songs actually lead from the main part of the song into shit where the producer just gets to work a little bit, and then Justin comes back and to add more vocal quality to the record. Then it goes, it's like a musical fucking experience. So that's what this record is.
Good build up. Good build up.
Build ups, like you let the producer rock, Justin comes back, and that's why I think when he works with the black producers, he makes the best music.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Especially Timbo, because Timbo can make music with fucking anybody. He's made
really
music with
could.
fucking Nelly Furtado. He's made music with fucking Missy Elliott. So it's not like he's a very
Aaliyah,
broad producer.
Drake.
You know? And that's why, to me, I don't knock Justin
Jay-Z.
as much for working with the black artists because black producers, I would say, and black artists because he works with black artists. He got a fucking song with Beyonce. He has a song like he's
the Coco Jones remix too.
Right. So to me, he's not the culture vulture artist that a lot of people say who just like get in and get out, like that type of shit. To my perspective, he's a white guy, of course. When shit get a little too black for him, he gonna get fucking uncomfortable and be like, oh, all right,
Stand up in your
my white ass over here for a little bit, and I'm gonna wait.
Mm.
And then if y'all are ready to accept me back, then cool, I'm gonna hop back in, you know. But it's a little bit different when with me when it comes to
I'm gonna give him some
like
grace.
that.
I'm
And
gonna give him
again,
some
like
grace.
I said, from when he left NSYNC, he could have done whatever the fuck he wanted to, like musically. He could have stayed in the pop lane and been just fine, worked with all the pop producers and made that kind of music again, NSYNC kind of music that they were successful for.
Right.
He stepped away from that shit to say, oh, this is the kind of music that I want to make.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I have a good vocal quality. He's not a bad singer.
Yeah,
No, he's
not
good
at all.
singer. He's
I've
good
never.
singer.
I'm not
Great
knocking
performer.
that.
We're not
The
saying
voice
that
So,
at all.
thing,
Yeah.
yes,
so I think
yes.
he stepped into a space and was like, oh, like this is the music that I also enjoy. He's quoted some of the legends that he's listened to back when he was a young kid. So it's not like he hasn't had that experience in that music. I think maybe he was like, all right, I'm off this pop shit. Let me go try something new, and it worked for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you work for him and you accepted by a whole community of people for the music that you're making for them, and they like it, then why not? And it's not like he was just making music for black people. A lot of the shit that he made was slaps. He had T.I. on the fucking record, which was a pop smash, and he brought
Yes.
T.I. into the pop lane. Imagine how much of a bag that was for T.I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you say what is he doing for black artists, like he's also bringing them into his realm to then
People.
make.
Not just the
I
artist.
mean, you said artists too,
No, I'm just-
producers.
yeah,
like
I'm just saying the
sure,
black
but there's a
people.
lot. But that black
Yeah.
people shit, like a lot of these black people who are artists don't do fucking shit for the community.
Right.
A lot of them.
I take umbrage with that too.
Right.
I'm just
So
too
for
many
me,
words
it's
now.
like I can't knock Justin extra and then go listen to somebody. I'm not going to name any black artist that I don't
No.
think doesn't do shit for the community because I'm
You're
not
right.
doing it.
I know we're gonna
But-
be it'll be a hot
Right.
take.
You know,
Okay.
I ain't
It'll be a
trying to
hot
hot
take
take it.
tonight.
But end of the day, if I'm fucking with Justin, then I'm going to look at the same black artists the same. Like if you make good music, then cool. But again, you got to also, was why back in episodes ago, I said you got to state your purpose.
Exactly.
You know, state your purpose. So then I can look at you within a different lens. Like, you
Yep.
know, like the person we're going to talk about next.
Oh, we talking about
Because
that?
he liked that. But,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm getting my
Okay.
segue
Here we
game
go.
up.
Yeah, I see you.
But the
Segue.
close,
Yeah, I was like,
I
all
see
right,
you
but
you
the
sit
closing
there.
on Justin
there.
again,
Okay.
state your purpose. If Justice never came out and said like, "Yo, I'm the white guy that's championing for black people and et cetera, I just like the music. I'm in here. I'm trying to do what I can do, make as much money as I can make on it because I'm an artist.
Yeah.
You know. And for me, if he doesn't come out and openly say like, "This is my stance on it," again, a la Michael Jordan, Republicans make shoes, buy shoes too. So. Once you put out a statement like that,
Yes, and I look at that the same way though. You know me. That's why another reason why I don't put him in the GOAT. Jordan didn't do nothing for.
we've
I
been
know,
away
I-
from
I'm just-
basketball a while now.
I know,
I
I'm just
I like
saying.
the music episode. We're gonna tie it back into basketball in a second. We ain't going there. We ain't
You the
going
one who brought him up, man. That's why you open the door. I'm gonna walk through.
Nah, where we are going though, because I mean, it's about time now. Because I'm very excited to talk about this situation.
Talk about
There's
it,
a lot of perspective that
All right, let me get my
as a
drinky drink.
hip hop
Get
like
some water in
long
me.
time, listener. I think this one is very interesting. I got some takes on it.
Uh-huh.
Kendrick Lamar has lit the internet up once again
Yes, he has.
by coming out of the rock he's under.
Oh wow.
The rock he's under every few years after dropping the album to then make a song to make the internet buzz and buzz and buzz. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've heard the record.
Yes, we have.
We verified that it is an actual diss song to one, what's his name? Aubrey Graham?
Aubrey Graham.
Aubrey Graham.
Aubrey Graham is crazy.
He put Aubrey Graham on notice that I'm at your neck. React. What do we feel?
Ladies first, man. I just want.
Ladies,
Rem, you
first.
go first.
Rem, you on this,
Let
man?
Rem go
what you
first.
thinking, Rem? What's your thoughts on that, Jake?
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I mean, he was talking a lot in that verse or verses. I don't know.
What's verse? Verse?
Are you a Drake fan? Well, I guess we should address that
mean,
first.
Yeah.
I am a Drake fan, but like, he's a culture vulture, so it's also
Ooh, that's a
Drake
hot
period.
take. You think Drake's a culture vulture?
like 100%.
Why you say that?
Yikes.
the man pivots to whatever is popping at the moment. It doesn't matter what it is.
Hey, man.
But he makes good music. I'm not going to fault him for that because he makes some bangers. He gets me every now and then. Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at it. But Drake is a culture vulture.
Do you think Drake, similar to that Justin Timberlake conversation, do you think Drake should speak up about issues that affect the black community a little bit more? Or is that just something that should be only left for conscious rappers and people that are,
I mean,
Mos Def.
It wouldn't hurt.
Mos Def said it.
I mean,
it wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't hurt.
But he's not even American. He's Canadian.
So that's the thing also. That's why I'm like, he's a Canadian. So
it's black people all over the world.
I know, but does the issues of Canada's black
country, but
aren't the same as the issues of American black?
Right.
So should he have to speak on the issues that are in America even though he's a citizen of Canada?
Does he not love Miami?
Facts. I was about to say, but he also
H-Town?
is very
Houston,
heavy.
Atlanta, Vegas.
Does he not love
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Yeah.
L.A.? Mm-hmm. Does he not frequent these places?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not answering. I'm just generally asking questions.
You're asking questions you already know the answers to, dude. But I'm saying
shine a light on it. Go ahead.
Shine a light on it.
Somebody shine a light on it.
I just look at this all in a vacuum, right? And if we're talking about just the diss, we can talk about that. If we're talking about the bigger macro issues, that's a whole, like him being in blackface, and there's a whole nother.
Why would you bring that up?
We just went too racial.
You forgot about that, right? This whole episode is gonna go that way. So I don't want to go
too racial on him just now.
I don't want to go too. I don't want to go too macro, right? I want to keep it strictly to the diss. If you're talking about the diss, I think it was a phenomenal track, from the production. To the lines, to the segues, to the references of their lines of their song, right? Kendrick calling himself Prince.
Yes.
To
oh my God,
to him calling himself Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Like the symmetries, the similes, yes, exactly. He snapped. Yeah. He snapped. That being said, there was a post Metro Boomin put out. He said, "Once y'all pick a side, stay there."
No, he didn't.
Metro Boomin said that.
Really?
Yes, on Twitter.
Wow.
Or X, whatever it's called now. And I'm looking at that.
Always be Twitter.
This is after the record?
This is after the record.
Wow.
He said, once y'all pick a side, stay there. So either pick our side or pick that. Just stay wherever you at. That's all you gonna do. So for me, it got to the point now where I'm like, what side do I pick? Because you got Future, Metro Boomin, Kendrick Lamar, Rick Ross. Who else is on the album? There's a bunch of people on the album. Obviously, the whole TDE camp, Schoolboy Q, and all them.
Nah, you can't put everybody on the album on that team. So.
Why wouldn't you?
Because
you're associated with the enemy, right?
True, but certain people, I'm not putting Rick in that.
So you're thinking,
hell no, I'm not putting Ross.
Rick Ross is gonna go be cool with Drake after he's on the album.
Yeah,
that's called "We Don't Trust You."
Yeah.
No, man. I listen. Yeah. I don't know about the beef world.
Yeah, and so is Meek, and so is everybody else that's been fucking with Drake just the way they've been like this past few years. Anyway,
listen,
they all gonna do the same thing.
I honestly think that Meek still wants his get back for that
line. And I mean, it's too late now.
No, he's not gonna do it. He's gonna do it through the camp. The camp is already set.
The camp is already set. Rick Ross came out years ago and said, "Oh, they're gonna squash that," and I know it. Like. And they squashed that, and he knew it was gonna happen.
But there's a line on the album too that Ross
that's
said
a line.
This
is like to me, from my perspective, in that kind of situation, there's like, yo, the small circle are like, we going at them, and then there's people to fill out the album. You gotta put features on there. You can't like.
So you're thinking that
Travis Scott is on the album.
So you're thinking
Travis Scott is not.
Interesting.
With Drake. Like,
interesting.
They just did a freaking song together. Yeah. Like, they do multiple songs together. So Travis Scott is not on I'm picking a side on that shit.
Right.
Okay.
He got paid to do a record with another artist he fucked with. It was his Future.
Interesting.
Future has relationships with a bunch of artists.
Right.
Future has relationships with SZA. Future has relationships with his Future's Future.
But who's his loyalty to, right? Because that's what I'm looking at right now.
Future's loyalty has always been the Future.
No, I'm talking about Travis.
Travis?
Like, who's Travis's loyalty to?
You can't put Travis in that. Like, Travis
who is he loyal to? Is he loyal to Drake more than he loyal to?
I mean,
to Kendrick, or is he like, or
Travis
that whole
is just
camp
gonna make
there?
the music. In that whole industry shit, there's cliques, and then there's calculated shit that goes on to say, because I don't even think the whole thing is like a pick a side thing. I think it's literally like Drake, and this is my take on the whole situation.
Go ahead.
Hot take.
Hot take. Here we go.
People tired of Drake in the industry.
Yeah.
If I'm just being 100% honest.
I can see that.
People tired of Drake in the industry, and I think this is his roosters. What do they call it? The roosters come home to what the fuck is it saying?
Roosters come home to roost.
Or somewhat of it.
You know what? I don't even know what it's saying.
But this is that for Drake right now because Drake just put out an album in October for All the Fucking Dogs where he shot at fucking multiple people all across the album from top to bottom.
Yes.
And then when the whole industry came out and said, we don't like that album because you didn't rap enough, he put out another fucking section of the album, Scary Hours, where he rap, and came in a bunch of more niggas in the back end of that shit. What do you think people gonna do? Sit around?
They're gonna come back.
Right.
Yeah. That's what they did.
Yeah.
He shot at Future on that album. He's been shooting at Future for a while since they've had an issue over whatever young woman who we still don't know. I was about to say
over a girl.
Yeah, some girl shit.
Crazy.
I think that's a lot that happens a lot. Not just in music, that's in life.
Am I of the mindset that I don't think that Drake might have been a little too sensitive, lovey-dovey with a girl they might have been both in fucking, and Future's whole perspective is like, fuck these hoes. Like, what?
Literally,
He said it. The first record, pillow talking, like, we don't trust you.
You know, Drake's
that shit
a
is
lover boy, so.
Oh, no doubt. But again, when you the lover boy and then you getting all these relationships in the industry and then some shit happens one way or another to where you start falling out with people left, right, left, right. Fall out, make up with some niggas. Fall out, make up with some more niggas. Or fall out with people and just don't fuck with them completely after that. Like, motherfuckers gonna get tired of that shit.
Yeah.
You got all the success, you got all the whatever, you got all this, that, and all that, but people is fucking tired of you. Like, I think this is that season for Drake right now. Like, okay.
But not to overshadow the situation, because I do think, but J. Cole was on that track too, and he did come at J. Cole.
I got a different take on that J. Cole.
You don't think he came at J. Cole at all?
I think J. Cole is the innocent bystander in the situation. You standing too close to this nigga while I'm like, you know, because they've been going back and forth, and this ain't no new thing with them. It's been subliminal with them for years. He literally said,
"Ain't no big three.
Yeah,
it's big me."
Because y'all was prancing around on the record like this is y'all the two, and this is, and J. Cole shouted Kendrick out in that record. He said, "Is it K. Dot? Is it Aubrey or me?" Like, so J. Cole, I think, is like, he's the nice guy in the situation. Like, and J. Cole has had a previous relationship with Kendrick Lamar. I'm not sure where they stand at this point.
I remember that. It was
I'm not sure where they stand at this point.
I was gonna say they were gonna have an album out, which I was looking forward to.
No doubt. I think the whole industry, and I still would love to hear an album like that.
Yeah. I had to text people like, what's going on? They're beefing?
They're beefing now.
No.
So I don't think it is an actual direct. And if you listen to the record, K-Dot said it's time for him to prove, not them. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking to you now. Like, it's time for him to prove that. I forget what the full line was. So he's talking directly to Drake. Like, yo, I heard that shit you said on the album.
That he's a problem or something like that. Yeah.
I heard that shit that you said on the last album. I've been quiet. I dropped my super conscious, critically acclaimed album. I went the fuck away. I'm focused on my mental health. I'm focused on my family. When I'm coming back out again, I'm coming back out. We know how Kendrick does.
So
you're gonna put out great music. You're gonna fucking disappear for a while.
Again, yeah.
You know?
Hot take. I just want to know, where do y'all rank them?
Who?
Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake.
Oh, God.
In order?
In order. 1, 2, and 3. Who is it?
Ooh.
What?
That's what I want to know. It's an
we talking
question.
outside of accolades?
It's an important question.
Outside of accolades?
I'm just saying your personal opinion. It don't got to be with like measurements and whatever your metrics is. Whatever your metrics is.
Of artists, it depends on really the mood I'm in. Like
that, right? Like
it depends on really the mood I'm in.
Okay.
Because they all give you something.
Right now, what's your mood right now? What's your mood right now?
My mood right now is Drake got hell to pay. Like,
so
that's my mood right now.
He ain't give me no numbers. You noticed that, right, Remy?
So it's giving 3 on the list.
Sure, because I'm not saying specifically 3. Like, I ain't saying specifically 3, but my perspective is right now is Drake got hell to pay. Like, you pissing niggas off, so niggas gonna respond at some point, and now they respond in droves.
But is J. Cole over Drake, or Drake over J. Cole?
I may have to say J. Cole's over Drake.
I know a lot of people feel like that.
I may have to say that. Yeah.
In term, and we're only talking about like MCing and hip hop. You're saying J. Cole is a better rapper than Drake?
Yes.
Yeah. I have to say that.
And then I guess that's so we at least
First
know.
person shooter proved that shit. So much that they had to go back and make another fucking record together because Drake was like, "Hey, they didn't like what I did with you the first time. Can we try again, please?"
What about Kendrick then? Kendrick in.
If you want to talk about rapping ability,
and J. Cole.
See, that's where it gets hard.
Does it?
It gets a little.
What is you asking us?
I'm asking.
It gets
I'm
a little
asking.
Convoluted there.
Yeah, that's tough.
It
That's
gets a little,
tough.
That one's a little trickier.
Yes, it is. I agree.
To me, Drake is, as far as bodies of work, he's the least proven lyricist out of all three of them.
I agree.
The least proven lyric, based off of what?
And that's not to say that he's not a good
rapper. He has
rapper.
the most body of work out of all three of them.
He has the most body of work.
The most, exactly.
Most body of work does not say the most, like,
interesting,
proven lyrical. Because every album, what do we say about Drake? He didn't rap enough. He didn't rap enough. He didn't rap enough. This is 3-4 albums in a row now.
Yeah.
That's people's issues with Drake.
How many?
We know you can rap. Do it.
He raps a lot. The opening tracks.
But what is he
usually
talking about?
long.
What is Drake talking about?
His not, and that's also
question.
the thing. Like,
I'll take that.
And that's also the thing. Like, what are you rapping about? Like, Drake's
He crying
records
over some
are
girl
very
again.
fucking surface
That's
level.
his real life. But that's his real. So
very
to me,
surface level records.
To me,
and it's not to say that shit doesn't slap, because I still like. I'm not gonna say I haven't thrown Drake on the car. I might have streamed Drake more than both of those artists just because of how much music he puts out.
Yes,
that does not mean the level of music that he's giving to the masses is on the par of the other two gentlemen that we're talking about.
Okay.
Yep.
Both of those people are very specific about the records they put out. Very intentional about the timing of the records they put out. Very intentional on, I'm going to put out music and I'm going to fucking take a break.
Yes.
Like,
right.
Yeah.
And that's the differential between the artists, in my opinion. When I'm looking at these three artists, right, and what they effectively do, right, I think J. Cole speaks to the heart, right? I think Kendrick speaks to the spirit and the soul, and Drake speaks to the
girls,
the body, the physical.
Speaks to the girls.
He speaks to the girls.
He speaks to the girls, to the body, to the physical. Like of all these different aspects of what
speaks to the spirit, speaks to the heart, he speaks to the girl.
Mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit, or heart, body, spirit. In my opinion,
and by body would be in his penis, because that's
what I'm saying is when I say all that, I'm saying, like, if you're looking at
pause, by the way.
Exactly.
I let you live.
I just started thinking about
his
shit
like,
came out on the
his
internet.
I'm
like, I'm sitting here talking about his dick on the
like,
car.
I don't know. You press the button. Press the little cricket for yourself.
Yeah.
Is there a boo on this shit?
For real, is there a boo?
No, but when I'm saying so when I look at that and I'm like, okay, if I need something that's gonna speak to my spirit in uplift me and all that, and I think that was what I looked for during that time. It was like, I'm sorry, this episode getting real like racial. I'm so sorry, but I was
a lot of racial
stuff in this. But I'm talking about
black person
Kendrick.
in the mix.
I'm talking about Kendrick though, because Kendrick, we gonna be all right. Like, I mean, come on, like I needed that for my spirit. When we talking about Trayvon, we're talking about all the things that happened with George Floyd, like. He made music that I was able to like really process, digest, and effectively heal.
Yes.
Healing music. Right?
His whole last album was about healing.
Yes.
2014 Forest Hills Drive spoke to my heart. That joint was like, it was everything I needed it to be in coming from a certain space with relationships, and you're like, man, I don't know, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That's
that is one of his most critically acclaimed albums.
But again, like that's
that ain't my favorite Cole album though.
What's your favorite Cole album? I'm just curious.
Born Sinner.
Born Sinner is great. That was the one I was singing. Actually,
we are here. Okay.
Born Sinner is great too. Born Sinner is great too.
Love that album. It's just sad he was really depressed during that album.
I think that shit washes fucking the Forest Hills Drive album.
I
and
agree
not
with
to
you.
say that it was a bad album. I know that's the one people
all.
lean into anytime they say Cole, like this is his best. But Born Sinner washed that shit too.
I was trying to find a full thing, but like, there's songs with Drake that you just, all you have to do is press play, and it's just gonna be like, oh, like, and we ready to have a good time. And I remember so many parties, so many
but that's gimmicky music to me.
That speaks to it speaks to the body. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I want to move. I want to dance. I want to have fun.
A good time. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're different artists for a reason.
Yes.
And I'm looking at the GOAT of what we're talking about, and it's like, or the top 3 or whatever, how you want to categorize them. And I'm like, it all depends on the mood, like you just said. But 100%. I don't want to listen to introspective Kendrick when I'm trying to like have a good time on a Friday night when I'm going to I'm driving down Miami, right? I'm not putting Kendrick on. Like, he's just not going to be played.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I got travel.
This is
I got travel playlists.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Drake was a lot on my Miami playlist. Drake was on my LA playlist.
Exactly.
So I do understand Drake's music is situational. I'm just saying it don't add up to the quality of records that the other 2 people put out.
I disagree. And this is why I'm going to say this. I disagree because I feel like the amount of good Drake music for me is enough to compete with the limited amount of great music from the other 2. I think it's because he has a lot of
that's
good.
Because, like we said, the other 2 people they're intentionally not coming out as much.
I know.
As Drake.
Yes,
I know.
Exactly.
But
Drake's playing a different game than those other 2 people are playing.
Exactly.
Like he's not playing the game of like I'm trying to make
conscious.
Not even conscious. Music. I'm trying to make super introspective records that connect with people like deep down on a consistent basis. Like he doesn't have that many songs that's like that are popular at least.
Yeah. Right.
Like the one shit that we fucked off the one album where he was talking about his mom. Like those kind of records. And then what album was that on? The Nothing Was the Same album.
Don't think about it too much.
Probably his most introspective record ever in his fucking life.
Yeah.
That was released
I love
to
that
the
album.
public.
Yeah, me too. That was a good album.
Own it.
Like,
I'm playing tonight.
I'm gonna say you're
Good
gonna have to
album.
go to this. Okay.
Good album.
Yeah.
Sonically, all that other shit is
Take
cool.
Care is
like,
fire. Just hold
that will
on, we're
always
going
be.
home.
That's his best
Sure,
album.
but
Like,
these
there's a
are
bunch
big
of stuff.
records. These
Yeah.
are records that like resonate with people through the masses, but they're not records that move the needle as far as cultural impact.
Marvin's Room? Come on, look at her. She got to take a
Marvin's
breath.
Room is my shit. Nah,
She got to take a breath.
Nah, Marvin's Room is my shit.
There's
I was
a
going
bunch
through
of
some
songs.
shit at that
Yeah,
point. I just got
exactly.
to a
We
place
all,
like,
we
you
all
gotta-
use that Drake
Right.
therapy.
Sure. When
I'm
you
just
when you
saying-
going through some shit with a female,
Exactly.
Drake
He's
gonna
the guy
connect
you
with
call.
Yeah, but
He
that
plays
don't-
his role.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. It's good for what it is. And that he has so much of that good quality that it competes with those 4, 5 great albums that those guys have done. And I'm like, it's great.
But
I'm not
we
saying
talking
it's not
about
great.
Rap with what this shit is really about. I'm easily picking one of the other.
I'm
two
not
over
counting
Drake
him
all
out.
day.
I'm not counting him out only because I thought the same thing when Meek
100%.
was there and Meek got bodied. So let's not forget.
That's a different caliber of rapper. Meek is great at certain things, but not what Drake does, and that's why he lost in that.
Exactly, but that's one thing that's going to happen right now.
Wordplay, wittiness, like Meek is a flow guy. Like
Let's
he
not
gonna
forget.
flow you to death, and he's not really gonna say much that double entendres and all that
he
other
not
shit.
do
Like
that,
that's a
yeah.
different game that Drake plays.
I know.
Which is why he can hang in the ballpark with those
Yeah.
other two, but those
Yeah.
other two is like ripping them out. Like, bro,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But the only thing I'm saying
J.
is
Cole
I don't
lost
think
him on his own song. Again, they had to go back and do it again because
I know.
they said J. Cole, and
I
that
just-
was to me not even a great J. Cole verse.
when I
It was a
think
good
when-
verse.
When Drake has beef, he has this ability of almost making it like a fun time. Like I think he can turn this battle and flip it and make it into playing on like he get a field bonus because he'll have us dancing in the club to a song that's dissing Kendrick Lamar.
I don't think he can do that no more, though.
You don't think he can do it?
Not no more.
Oh, okay.
You played that card already in too many battles, and you playing with people now that like
That's a fair point.
they not gonna go that route with you.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a fair
Kendrick
point.
can go do that shit again 3-4 times before next week if he really wanted to.
I agree with that.
He ain't. I'm not sure how much music he been making, but he been very quiet for a long time. So if he really get motivated, and this is the thing, like he can do that again.
If it's me and
The
I'm
only
Drake,
person, and not to cut you off,
Go
but
ahead,
the one
please.
person that Drake tried to go that route with, and the shit got a little ugly, was Pusha T.
oh yeah,
That shit was like
you are hiding a child. Let that boy come home.
The streets had to like.
Crazy. crazy.
The streets got involved with that. Like, yo, y'all got to chill
Calm
because
down.
we
This is
want
gonna get
everybody
real.
to make money and stay safe and all the other shit because you playing with niggas right now that ain't like.
They not for play.
They not for play. You can do all that fun and that shit, and not to say Meek is that, because Meek's a street dude too.
Yeah, but he's a
at
different
that
caliber.
time, Meek was not prepared for an actual battle, like in that way, like music and all that shit. Because even the records that Meek tried to release after, they came too late. Good songs, but if you release that at the right time, that battle goes a different way.
A different route,
Different way. The one song he made with O'Malley, and I can't remember the name of that shit. I'll have to look it up. Was if he would have put that shit out right after back to back, that whole battle would have turned a different direction. Because Drake tried to go the pop route, but again, anytime it gets to battling and you going at people, it turns to like in hip hop music, it's like, bro, this is more a street fight than a club fight.
Exactly.
When it comes to like, yo, like we actually exchanging words on record, this shit's always been that way.
But it's been radio
Jay-Z,
silence
like,
for what's the name for Drake as since he dropped it. I haven't heard any response. He didn't post anything. He didn't say like he's been radio silent.
Because you better be quiet. He trying to figure out who he want to deal with first. Because Future on his ass too. Now,
in my
Future on
personal
his ass,
opinion,
too.
if I'm Drake,
Metro Boomin on his ass.
I'm not
too.
coming back.
No, literally that. Yeah.
I'm not fighting.
Yeah.
If
Don't
anything,
put-
I would say, hey Cole, you got something for him?
But the
and
thing
then
is-
let them two fight.
But the thing is, Drake instigated this shit. It's been
Of
going
course he
back and
did.
forth for a while. It dies down. Somebody says something that pops back up again. And Drake, again, that last album, that For the Dog shit was full of fucking subliminal disses.
Yep.
After that album, I was somehow on my YouTube, I was in a crazy state and just was looking at something, scrolling, and somebody literally broke down every line of the album where he was dissing somebody else throughout the top to bottom of that album. One of these music geeks who just has a bunch of time, he can listen, he's great on YouTube. He made a whole fucking thing. It was like 20 minutes long.
Right.
Breaking down where the line comes from, who he's talking about, how it ties into it. The line is just something else, and they really digging into it like, oh, he was similarly, like shit that just happens on the album and you don't even think about it. It's like he's talking about so-and-so off of this instance that happened like that. Just breaking it down, the whole thing. He came at Rihanna on that album multiple times. He came at A$AP Rocky on that album. He stayed shooting at Kanye all the fucking time. He came at Pusha on that album again, and he came at Kendrick. Top 5 people that was all over across that shit. And other things too under that, but that album to me was subpar, and then you dissed a bunch of people all across the album.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, your last album was mid at most in industry like circles. They don't feel like that shit was a great album. It was good on the streams and all that shit because he's fucking Drake.
Right.
Like he's LeBron. Again, you breathe and you're gonna do numbers. Like you got the machine behind you
Why
just
always do
because.
this, show? You always do this.
That's my best comparison to that shit. You breathe, you're gonna do fucking numbers. But at this point now, like motherfuckers tired of you.
Yeah.
You burning too many bridges. And now at this point,
He still got Wayne.
I
That's
mean,
all I'm
sure,
saying.
he's always gonna
He
have.
still
Wayne.
Yeah, I
got
was saying,
Wayne.
but he's always.
He was
gonna
always
have
He's
gonna
still
have.
gonna.
Wayne.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So,
But Wayne gonna let his ass stand alone on a lot of them shits too. Because you see a lot of them things that he went through. Wayne wasn't jumping in the mix of that shit, saying, "All right, cool, I'm standing with Drizzy, fuck Meek," and this is like,
no, he's not doing that. But at the same
handle
time,
them shit yourself, bro.
I think
got it.
if he called him for a feature and he had to put something out, you got one of the greatest of all time to help you out. It's like a back pocket play.
I was about to say if you got to pull that
Certain
card.
Yeah,
shit-
play that
you know,
card.
Certain
I
shit
do
you gotta
have
fight
that.
on your own.
I
bro.
agree with you. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you got Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metro Boomin, and who else? Who else? We'll leave it open.
think
21
that's it.
Savage, Drake, J. Cole. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough.
I'm not putting J. Cole in the battle, man. I think
You're
J.
not
Cole,
putting J. Cole. Why
No.
not?
Nah.
Literally,
Nah.
he said it ain't no big 3. It's big me. That to
Yeah.
me, if you're a rapper and you claim that you're top dog,
I'm not saying J. Cole might not respond.
he better.
I don't think he should.
You can't because he
I don't
can't
think
be
he
top
should
dog.
either, but
He can't be top dog then. If he hears that and he's like, oh word, and
No,
he's
you're
not
right.
competitively
I don't
going
think
to
he
say,
should, but I think he will.
okay, yeah.
He will.
J. Cole didn't respond to the Control verse.
I thought he did something. I thought he said something. I thought he said I don't know. Let me not even start trying to make speculation here. I'm just thinking that as a rapper.
To my
you're-
knowledge, it wasn't no like super, and
Yeah.
they've always traded, little shit here and there, but not
Yeah.
to the level of again that shit with Drake, because I think that shit cuts deeper for both of them. Like,
I think Drake gets hit by those words more than than J. Cole. Because J. Cole is secure in himself.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And J. Cole is probably conscious enough to be like,
not
I know
saying
where this
that Drake's
comes
not
from.
secure in himself. Let me say
Yo,
that
Kendrick.
But I'm looking
I
at
heard
it from
that
the
shit you
perspective,
said.
yeah,
I'm going to let you get it off, but I'm going to stay out of this one.
Yeah.
But like I said, if I'm Drake, I'm letting J. Cole run, and I'm going to go make a party song that's all over the airwaves, all over the summer.
And I got a feeling about that Drake
do.
and J. Cole shit too. I don't feel like that shit is just like this is everyone's trying to make it.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I never felt that way.
What is it then?
I never felt that way.
They
Reach by Drake to try to
back in the day, they would like he came out to Fayetteville.
Sure.
And did the show with for 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
How many niggas Drake done popped out with?
He was on the in the morning track.
Pop out with somebody.
In the morning track for his first album.
Kendrick had a track with Drake. Poetic Justice.
Again, and he was on Take Care.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that there was beef.
That whole Marvis Room, the extended version, the Kendrick laid vocals on that record.
Right. But there was beef. A lot of beef after that. A lot of beef happened after that. Right. So especially after the Control verse, a lot of things changed since then. But what I'm saying is, J. Cole and Drake have always been like cool. Not saying they're the best of buddies and they're gonna ride out to sunset. Right. But what I'm saying is, they always had a familiarity with each other.
Cool, but then cool enough so I'm using you, not to say using in that way, but I'm reaching out to you in a time where it's very calculated for me as an artist, that being Drake.
Yes.
Then now see the little run they've been on after that. Like, he tried to lean into J. Cole. From my perspective, he leaned into J. Cole because, I got a good relationship with you and all that shit. Yeah. But I need somebody to, I need something to have a moment on it. We ain't done a song in a long time together. Let's do one right now. Let's make this happen.
That's tactical, yeah. You know I think it's tactical, yeah. I would agree with that. But I do
then
believe
the whole I'm going on the break shit, and then he don't go on the break shit.
Yes.
And now after they make a couple records together, the two shits he put out, the one on the actual album and the one he put out on the Scary Hours, the deluxe album. Yeah. Oh, now we got a tour together.
Right.
Which J. Cole left the tour. I didn't know that, did y'all?
No, I knew that.
J. Cole's not on that tour anymore, which is why he's on tour with Wayne now.
Wait, whoa. Maybe I didn't know this. What?
The tour with him and J. Cole had set dates out.
Yeah.
J. Cole left the tour, mid-tour.
Mm-hmm.
Drake pivoted and now is on tour with Wayne.
I thought J. Cole and Drake were just performing together somewhere. Where he gave
and just
J.
like
Cole
that,
his flowers and everything.
And just like that, J. Cole is off that tour.
I didn't hear about that. When did that happen?
Recently.
No, literally, this has to be recently because
I was not aware of that.
Go on Drake's page now.
Lil Durk and
go on Drake's page right now.
Hold on, I'm gonna J. Cole's.
Because he did announce it. J. Cole ain't gonna post none of that shit.
He's not.
Go on Drake's page right now. Drake has a picture with Wayne, and they're talking about the tour they're on together.
I know the Dreamville Fest is coming up soon too. Maybe that could be what it is.
And now I'm in the album mode. And now I got an album to put out too.
This is true. Yeah.
I'm in a different mode. All that little shit we was doing was cool, blah, 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 whatever. I'm getting away from this shit, back to my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny to me that now that's happened, they parted ways, as far as tour. I'm not saying they beefing or anything. I ain't gonna put that out there.
No, they still got a date here. It says it's all Drake with J. Cole. It's all a blur. April 15th in Denver. They still got stuff coming up. Yeah, they still got stuff coming up. I'm just gonna share. You can see.
I'll be surprised if that happens.
Yes, there's some dates.
Or maybe he's just fulfilling whatever else but the new tour and the dates that they have here there was more dates than that.
Yeah.
April 16th is right around the corner. So maybe he's fulfilling some shit that he said, I got you up to here and I'm out.
Yeah.
Right.
But they had, it was a whole tour. And he pivoted, and again, he's on tour with Wayne.
Let me see that. That's crazy.
It's on his page.
I mean, like I said, didn't I say Wayne? Didn't I say he can call Wayne? He call Big Bro.
Wait. It says canceled.
It says canceled?
Bro, it says canceled.
Where?
It says canceled.
Oh my God.
He looked up a bad concept.
Crazy. Yeah, because I'm handing it back and I'm like, wait. What does that say?
It does say canceled. It does. No, you're right. You're right, Remy. I'm glad you caught that.
Oh my God.
It says canceled as of, yeah. Unfortunately, the event organizer has had to cancel your event.
This is wild. This is like breaking news right now.
That's wild.
Reunited with the GOAT of GOATs tomorrow in Florida. 22 hours ago. Drake posted this.
So this is, wait, 22 hours ago. That means when they were dropping the song, he pivoted and called Big Homie.
No, he called Wayne before that because that's been like
why is this picture of Wayne and Reginae his picture?
Let Let me see.
Drake's profile picture. That's a little weird, don't you think?
Picture of who? I'm sorry.
That was all something.
Say it again.
Look at Drake's profile picture before you look at the post. That's Wayne and Reginae.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Wayne's daughter, right?
Yeah. And I saw that a while ago, but I was like, why is Drake doing that?
Reunited with the GOAT of GOATs tomorrow in Sunrise, Florida. Wheezy and Drizzy. IAAB. What's that?
It was all a blur. I think, right? Something, right?
It's all a blur.
It's something like that.
Something like that. It gotta be.
It's all a blur. That makes sense. So he pivoted to go with Wayne.
Now he pulling the card. What were we just talking about this?
That makes sense.
He's pulling the card now.
That makes sense.
Wow.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I'm Drake. I'm like, all right, maybe I can't make the play I want to with J. Cole. I'll pull this card out and go play the card of Lil Wayne.
You got niggas bombing all over you, Drake.
Ooh, he's drowning.
Pause.
Pause it if you want. Pause it if you want. But Future's not playing with you. Kendrick's not playing with you. And just for fun, if you want to pop out, I think Pusha got some shit coming for him too. Soon enough, I think.
Interesting.
Soon enough.
I feel like, wow.
This is a lot. This is a lot happening. I got
Pusha
lots
still
to
ain't
unpack.
responded to that.
I need to call my
Pusha
lawyer.
still hasn't responded to the Jim Jones diss that was months ago at this point. I don't even know y'all knew about that one. But Jim Jones and him had a little back and forth and all that shit. And Pusha hasn't said shit. He been traveling. He was in Europe doing fashion shows and all that other shit. Pusha's coming back at Drake too, I think. Because again, he shot at Pusha on that last album.
Yeah.
And it's very calculated as far as, all right, I ain't going to take my time and put my music out when I want to put it out. But 2024 is Drake, you got hella pay season, I think. And I think this is just the start of it.
I don't think he's gonna pay it though. I think he's going to be at debt, but he's not going to pay it. Because I think Drake is smart enough to understand that if he can provide more moments, the diss will...
Okay.
He needs to just provide more shock value moments.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need to fight back when he's already, to me, his body of work, right? We're talking about body of work. He has a legacy of body of work that Kendrick will never be able to catch up to because he's so far ahead with terms of streams, numbers,
That's
Billboard.
not the game Kendrick's playing, though.
And that's why it's an unfair fight, right? You're having someone playing checkers, right? And
it's a fair fight.
He's playing chess.
It's
two different games.
It's a fair fight.
King me.
It's a fair fight to say how long you gonna keep ducking like the real smoke. Like that's for me what I think a lot of artists' issue is with Drake. Like you can do all this little subliminal shit, but you can keep saying numbers. I got
the answers for you if you want
numbers. Like
I got the answers for you.
People that's talking about ain't talking about numbers, bro. Like they're talking about literal ability, and we're gonna go back and forth, and we're gonna see who come out the best.
But none of it matters.
To who?
Thank you. To who, though?
To Drake. That's what.
Sure.
Because he's a Canadian. He's a Canadian singer songwriter.
I think it matters to Drake more than he'll lead on.
Yeah, no, he wants it to matter, but at the end of the day, his actions speak louder than what his words is. So
his actions are. I get emotional and respond to people in the way that I think that I want to respond in the moment.
To a degree. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't go past a certain level. He's not going to get in the mud and do what real street niggas do. He won't be, like, he's not getting into the real, like, people used to die over this.
Shit. I'm not saying anybody should get to that level.
I know, but he's not going that route.
But the rap game that he playing is a different game than the other people that are
he's
responding
doing bachata music. He's not,
no doubt.
He's a singer.
And again, people are tired. Like you can keep waving that flag all you want, but it's like, all right, well, come down here and play in the mud for a little bit if you really want to.
He's not.
And we're gonna keep calling your car until you do it.
And then all he's gonna do is make another bachata song and go make some money.
Sure, that's cool.
and you know what I'm saying? He's gonna go. Cool. He's gonna.
That's great.
Get him in, papi.
So no doubt.
That's what he's gonna do.
No doubt.
He's gonna go sing.
And on all that shit, and sooner or later, it's gonna be all right. We see what it is, and I already know what it is.
Yeah, I already know what it is. Well, we all know what it is. There's no surprises here.
Yeah.
Nobody's thinking Drake is really hood. He's not really like that, right? I'm not coming at nobody. Nobody's like, yo, Drake pulled up. What? He's not shooting that. You know what I'm saying?
So then be quiet on your album where you shoot at everybody.
See, that's a thing. That's a whole different thing.
And the thing that I didn't like or respect about that album with Drake to me, it's like you shoot at Rihanna for no fucking reason. Like,
Please talk about that, because that's wild. She minded her business.
all the slaps, whatever, over that album, and Rihanna ain't a rapper or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But to me, that just goes to the level of like that
Pettiness?
light skinned petty corny shit
you're
that being
upset.
motherfuckers like.
He's obsessed.
You shooting
She's
at your
not even
ex-girl
thinking about
for
you.
no
Yeah,
reason.
very
Obsessed
much
with
so.
Rihanna.
Like,
Yeah.
let
For
it
no
go.
reason.
He thought he
She's
had a
pregnant.
chance.
Yeah,
He had a chance.
She's pregnant.
It's crazy. With her,
with her
two
new
babies.
man.
child,
He
right?
shot at
Okay.
her and he shot at A$AP Rocky for
For
no
no
fucking
reason.
I agree.
Nobody was thinking
The
about you,
sex
Drake.
was average
and you
with
did that
you.
for
Like,
what?
I'm still streaming.
I'm
I'm still
no
streaming
doubt.
Drake songs.
But to me, it's
Yeah.
like people
streaming.
gonna get tired of that shit. You're gonna alienate yourself from a lot of people who, again, people just
Yeah.
think you fake and
Yeah.
just like so.
We
people
don't
gonna
trust
shoot.
you.
Right.
We don't trust you.
Right.
We don't trust you.
And I can admittedly say
I ain't even no Future fan. I'm letting that shit run
Right.
for at least another couple of days. just because.
fire song. I
Metro
honestly,
Boomin
if I was gonna give, I never
demolished
gave my
that
numbers.
album.
I never gave my numbers. So for
Yes.
me,
Okay.
it's you might not like it. It honestly is.
Here we go.
He gonna put Drake number one.
Of course, we
I
already know because he
is.
said all of that to Folly and tell us.
And he got his
who the
hand way
three
up
are.
too high, and I
Go
don't even
ahead.
like what he's doing with it. But go
Can I
ahead,
get a
leave it there.
moment?
Sorry, go
Hey,
ahead.
like,
Go
hey,
ahead.
yo.
Put him where you want to put him. Go right.
I'm gonna say J. Cole,
Oh,
Oh,
thank God.
shocker.
Drake,
Shocker.
Drake, Kendrick. For me.
That's
Yeah, nah, I
almost
can't do
disrespectful. Like, right. Like,
That's for me.
Disrespecting
just-
K-Dot.
That's for me. And here's
You
and here
disrespected
and here's
K-Dot.
and
Yeah,
here's
let
why.
him explain
Go
why.
listen to
Here's-
Mortal Man and come back to me and have that conversation
Here's
again.
why. Because I've had more moments with those two artists,
Okay.
right? Where whether it's the Marvin's Room and you dealing with a
Yeah.
relationship,
Yeah.
or whether it's
Yeah.
J. Cole.
You've connected
you
more
know,
with them.
I've connected more with their music
Yeah.
than I had. Can you tell me what was your favorite song of Mr. Steppers and Mr. Morale and Steppers?
Rich Spirit.
Rich Spirit for
Okay.
sure.
Anything else?
We here.
Anything else?
Oh, wait. Purple Hearts.
Purple Hearts was good. I like that song too.
Strong.
But okay, so
The
that's
joint
all-
about
so-
the
so
father issues.
the father
Damn,
issues
what's the
was
name of that
dope.
shit?
This is what the world sounds like was crazy.
Damn. Wow, I'm blanking
I can't,
on
yeah.
that.
Yeah. But again, those
Grown
those,
men with
those
daddy
songs.
issues?
Now,
What?
actually, another question: when's the last time you was riding down the street and you played them?
Kendrick?
Today, Rich Spirit was playing on my way here.
Okay, that's beautiful.
I play Kendrick pretty often from time to time. A lot of my playlists got some Kendrick on there.
No, but did you play it? Did you play it within the last month or?
Yeah,
okay.
easy.
I'm riding down the street and talking about.
Easy.
I know I don't do that.
Like,
Easy.
I know I
Go
don't do
and
it.
pick it?
I don't do it. I literally have to sit down and like get me some cognac, some Hennessy,
It's
and
Kendrick,
listen
it's
to
Kendrick
on.
from
And listen-
his
and
first
listen to
album
Kendrick.
to the
I don't want to just put Kendrick on and be like,
I like
all right,
Pimp
cool.
to Pimp a Butterfly, and people gave him hell
Favorite.
for that album.
My favorite
like,
album.
You know, and like,
I
I'm
need
a
to, but
Kendrick
it's
fan.
I digest them differently, and I'm not no shots at Kendrick.
No,
it's
no, but it's
amazing
just-
music.
yeah,
I just need to sit with it.
yeah.
It's like when I want to
Yeah,
get into
for
that
sure.
space, and I'll be honest with you, I don't always want to go to that space.
I
I
understand.
don't always want to go there.
This
feel
may
that.
just be
Oh, I feel
where
that.
my mental is at, but I love that space.
Yeah.
Musically, like,
That's beautiful.
I love that space. Some shit that I'm gonna throw on my ride. I drive a lot, so that's where most of my music listening happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to me, like I get in the mood of like the head bop, like all that like microwave
have-
music type of
said
shit
microwave, you
from
said.
time to
It is
time.
good, 'cause I'm-
It's microwave music, man. It's microwave.
At least air
It's
fryer.
microwave music because
Let's bring that
it's
let's bring it to the
microwave.
picture,
Nah,
okay?
microwave. When you can put it out at that level and that clip for long and long and long, it's microwave music, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this, again, goes to the point where I said about them too. Like Kendrick puts out an album, he goes the fuck away. He puts out another album, he goes the
Quiet.
fuck away.
He's quiet.
J. Cole has been now more recently in the spotlight, but
Right.
J. Cole had a period after his what was the one album? Folding Clothes. What was the name of that album?
Oh man.
It wasn't his best album, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
the name
it
of
wasn't
that
my-
one.
it wasn't
But
my favorite
Folding-
either.
That album, Folding Clothes, is on that one. He took a point where he wasn't making
fold
music
clothes
like
for
that.
you.
He wasn't making music like that, and then he came out, started doing a bunch of features with all the popping artists, the YGs, and everybody
Yeah.
that was popping
Yeah.
at the moment, and
Yeah,
started
yeah.
bodying everybody's features and saying like, I'm gonna ramp it up music wise. He put out his next album, the last one he just did,
For Your
which was
Eyes Only,
fire.
by the way.
For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah.
Yeah. That he took a little break after
I
that.
like
Wasn't making a
Off-Season,
move.
too.
When was the next one after that?
2021, the
Wow.
off season.
And that one was
He definitely
2016
had
or
bars on that
17.
one.
For Your Eyes Only was 2016 or 17, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
It was 2016. No, he had KOD too.
I was about to say,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
he had KOD.
Oh, yes,
He had KOD, and then he had the off
Yeah.
season. I'm sorry.
18,
Yeah.
He had
19.
KOD first.
Right,
So
but
I
after
apologize.
KOD, he wasn't really like he started.
It was quiet
doing
for a little
Futures,
bit.
He ramped up, and
but
then he came back.
we had
with the last
COVID
one.
too. It was a weird
That's
time
true.
to try to drop
Yeah,
music.
yeah,
True.
yeah.
So I'll give him
Again,
a little pass
He
on
takes
that
his
one.
time.
Yeah. he
Drake
does.
don't go a year without dropping.
Oh no. But I
Well,
mean, they're saying
yes.
after this,
Yes,
he
he-
may be a little quiet after
He
this.
said he was taking a break when he put out For All the
Oh,
Dogs,
yeah,
and
he
then
did
everybody
say
said
that.
it was a bad album, and oh, let me run back in the studio. Oh no, I'm not taking a break now. He said this shit on the album. No, this is the whatever before the intervention. Like, you know, I'm gonna get back out. Like, bro,
Ugh.
he's too reactive.
He's
too
very reactive.
He
He's
is.
very
Too reactive
but
to
I
the
think-
culture, too reactive, along with your point, the culture of all the shit. I'm not going to go that deep to call him that,
Okay,
but
all right.
being reactive to where music is going, I'm going to hop on the hottest wave with the hottest artist in
No.
that wave. I'm going to make music with them. This is why Drake had a fucking reggaeton run. This is why Drake had a reggae run. This is
But
why
was it
Drake
popping
had
at
every.
the time when he hopped in that?
Which one?
What, reggaeton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say reggaeton. It's a new shit. Like the
Yeah.
Bad Bunny and all the other
Whatever
shit.
that
like
is.
the,
Okay,
like
it is.
that
Whatever that
kind
is.
of
Whatever
that
that
big
is.
because
Yeah.
the reggaeton.
I'm not gonna
It
get
was,
him to
it
start.
was.
It was
I don't
popular.
remember. Yeah. It
Yeah,
was.
he killed that. He started when he got all 5 Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
And he started like just doing everything from
Yeah,
reggae
but
to
again,
reggaeton.
I think
Yeah.
again, just reacting to where
R&B to
music's
hip-hop,
at, and
so-
I can
Yeah.
make this kind of music too. I can make this
Yeah.
kind of music
Again,
too and be successful. I'm
Yeah.
Drake.
I'm looking
Drake.
at
So it's cool.
Drake as and again, if we go macro, I went micro just for this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
If we go macro, my numbers look different.
Okay.
My numbers look a hell of a lot different, and Kendrick's on top. If we go macro,
Right. If we go macro.
If we go macro,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ram, let's
100%.
jump him now. So much on now.
No, I'm just saying. If we go macro, it's a different conversation because to me,
Rem just
Kendrick-
switched sides. She's just jumping one. She jumped me for
Kendrick,
Justin. She's
Kendrick's done
jumping you
a
for
lot for the black community, and then you got Cole, in my opinion, and then Drake is third in that category.
Mm-hmm.
That's macro level. That's when me getting my conscious level of like,
Yeah.
what does it mean to be
Yeah.
an artist and black in history? You know, I'm not doing all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not doing all that. I was just doing the micro for the conversation.
No,
but
no
if I connect with the most songs I'm listening to is Drake and J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. That's just my personal.
Right.
All right, man.
Yeah.
We're going to leave it there.
Yeah.
Drake
the end
got
of
hella pay, and we're going to leave it there.
I hope
Yeah.
I hope he responds though. I know
Yeah.
he won't, but I hope he does.
I don't think you can do too much responding when you're the antagonist in this situation.
Ooh. Yeah.
What do you mean?
The last album, I said. He shot at everybody.
He shot at everybody, but also
So you got to take the shots
he got
back
shot
now.
back. You got to respond. You can't just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
taking
shoot
a break.
you. I didn't mean to shoot you."
I don't know if he's taking it. I don't know if he's doing it. He might respond on stage at tour. Like,
Ooh, that could be a smart
He's
way
on
of
tour right
going
now.
around it without
Yeah.
having to actually say a
I
song.
can
don't
see him
nobody
doing
want to hear
that.
that.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, they want to talk
Nobody
about they don't
wanna hear
trust
that.
me. That's okay. I trust this money."
Yeah,
That's
nobody want to hear
conversation.
that.
That's done.
Nobody want to hear that. Go in the fucking studio and record some shit.
You got to
and
realize a
talk
lot of
back
his fans
again.
is what 16 to
I was about to say,
28
yeah,
female
teenagers.
white girls.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
let's be real. Let's be real.
You going racial again?
I'm just. All right. Maybe I shouldn't. I apologize, podcast listeners. It is not.
We
I'm on my soapbox today.
supporters
I'm on my soapbox today.
and love all creeds, colors,
But that's his majority of his fandom. I'm not,
spiritual
listen, if you go to his-
preferences. Like we support everyone.
I love everybody.
We
Diversity,
love everybody.
inclusion.
We love everybody. It's
Inclusion.
diversity,
Yes,
inclusive.
yes.
You know.
But
Drake
the
better-
facts is the facts.
Yeah. And Drake better include some bars on his next fucking
We'll see.
release or
We'll
whatever
see.
it comes.
He's going on tour with Lil Wayne. He's not doing nothing. He's
They ain't
gonna
gonna let
relax.
Drake take a break.
He's gonna relax.
Drake want to take a break, but they ain't gonna let him now. That's what I really think is happening. Like,
Oh,
you want to
but
take
you
a
know
break?
what's funny?
I'm gonna bomb on you right
if Kendrick is smart and he like drops something, like he's dropping a project or anything, you know about that? Might know?
Oh, is he?
I don't know.
He
I'm
might
just
go
saying
back and hide
if he does drop a project
now.
this
He
year,
might go back. I would
and
love
he
one.
and he literally just like bodies. I think Drake's gonna have to do something at that point. Other than this little song was great, it was a good moment, but it can die down in a week or two.
It will.
Yeah.
The way it
exactly.
should be in and out the media cycles now.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm just
worried
glad
about
it
it.
happened. You know,
If
this weekend.
he's kind of Drake is almost untouchable when it comes to like that level of fodder. He can take that shot and not worry about responding.
Maybe.
It's like Cannabis and
Time
LL
will
Cool J
tell.
going back in the day. That's too much. We ain't got time for that.
Yeah, these kids ain't young. They
They don't know about that. But anyway, we can talk another day. But
that.
is there anything else you wanted to tap in? We've been on this pod for a minute, man. It's almost
We've
2
been out
hours.
here for a while, man. You know,
almost 2 hours on this joint.
You put a lady in the mix and just the conversations flow that much more.
And I ain't even been talking that much.
So maybe it's us.
Yeah, maybe it's us.
Yeah, y'all been
we
bringing out points. It's like a tennis match over here.
You know, you throwing it back and forth, man.
That's why I said you on the middle, you go on the one side or another.
Yeah.
Which I like.
I am.
But it
Y'all
feels
both
good.
bring up very valid points.
Yeah, you like the moderator.
I am.
But is there anything else you
Usually
want to tap into before we check up out of here, bro? What you thinking?
I mean, I'm Gucci. Right now, we waiting for Marquette to come out there tomorrow and do their thing.
Yeah.
Get Colorado up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, LeBron put out a nice little, podcast thing.
Oh,
I was gonna
did
give
he?
LeBron some flowers, but we
Listen.
did a lot of time on the other shit.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know if you got a chance to see that shit, but he has a podcast out now.
Really?
Yeah. And while you were shooting at him last time, the other players was like, "Oh, what all these other players doing? D Wade, he has a podcast. Rick Carmelo has a podcast. Yeah, D Wade got a podcast.
Yeah,
wow.
They all got podcasts now, bro.
now.
So
And-
I told him like,
LeBron's-
this is our competition, so we got to
LeBron's still
start.
in the league. He's still in the league, and everybody else sitting on couches.
We got to get on our Drake shit.
I'm just saying, it's crazy to me.
But now you got a podcast too. So
Yeah, he got
Wow.
a podcast too.
it's a different vibe. It's
But to me, wasn't the barbershop a podcast in a sense too?
This is what I'm like. What is he doing a podcast?
Barbershop was a show. It was broadcast on HBO.
So it's not a
Different.
podcast because
I know it's
what,
that
there's
the
no
blinds
mics?
get blurred. And
Exactly.
all that
No
other
mics?
shit,
No,
but
literally, yeah.
That's
it's
it?
it's a
Because-
different space. How
Yeah.
you release it is
A
different.
different
I,
medium.
yeah, different medium.
We can't take this and I go say, yo, put me on whatever. I can't
Let's
even get
not
on
sell
Tubi with this
short.
shit right
Let's
now.
I was about to say, I
Let's
mean,
not
they
sell
could definitely
short.
plug us
Hold
on
on now.
We
HBO
gotta
if they
do the work
wanted to.
first.
iHeartRadio or something. Get us somewhere. You know what I'm
Put us
saying?
somewhere.
I ain't, yeah, but in time, sure.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
ain't skipping no steps.
No.
But at the end of the day, podcast versus show is different. But
Yeah.
even now, the podcast is I like what it's about. It's breaking down specifics of the game. It's not just talking about the game. It's like talking about the actual
So it's
game.
showcasing his IQ or understanding of the
It's
plays
called
and things.
Mind the Game is the name of the podcast.
Oh, very
It's all
clever.
about the mental aspect of basketball. The first episode, and it's him and JJ Redick, which is dope because JJ has some very good perspectives and he's a very good long time player in the league. And, he's in the media space now too, but they teamed up for it.
Nice. I gotta check it out.
And the first episode is really just about what makes a great basketball player. And it was like a 47-minute conversation. And they cut it off because JJ was like, yo, that's great for episode 1. But episode 2 should be released pretty soon. But it's really good
Okay.
take on, basketball.
And
Just
just
like
the two of them.
what makes good players. Like it's gonna break down to there's a lot of basketball talk in it, like X's and O's type shit.
Yeah.
Which gets to show LeBron's IQ and how he thinks the game and all the other shit, which
Man.
is another side that people give him credit for as a player, but now you're getting to hear him articulate it on like a platform. So
Gold level.
it's different. It's
Gold
different.
level, man.
I enjoyed the first
I'm excited.
episode,
I'm gonna
so
check it out. Yeah.
give LeBron his flowers on that. It was dope. Gave something for the people to watch other than our podcast, but it's whatever.
Look, we can't give them too much plug. Look, spend an hour over here first, then they
Yeah, spend an hour over here first, and then go watch episode 2 of their shit while we continue to get our shit rolling.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, all
Please
of the good
like,
shit.
comment, subscribe.
But as for episode 7 of the EFS podcast, thank you for contributions from the beautiful cast we got in front of us. For all those
thank you,
black, we're
Remy.
gonna give y'all some flowers. Remy coming in, showing up big time for us. And that said, we are out of here. Episode 7 is in the books.
Locked in.
We have a quote today.
Oh, I don't got one. I thought you was on you.
Oh, wow.
It is on me today.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm slacking. I'm slacking.
I thought the quote was on you, brother.
It was on me. I
Listen,
lost
I'll,
track.
I'll pull up a Drake quote real quick.
Nah,
Oh,
we
no,
ain't-
no, no, no,
I'd
no.
rather leave them quote
Oh, no.
lists. I'd rather leave them quote lists than
Just
to pull up
hold
a Drake
on, we're
quote.
going home.
No.
Huh?
Nah. We get back to the quote. It's on me.
Yeah,
I'll
what
take
you
that
got?
one on the chin.
What you got? What
I
you
ain't
got?
got one.
You ain't got
I ain't
one?
got
All
one.
right, all right.
I'm dry today.
Thank you,
I was
EFS
dry today.
family.
Yeah.
Use the other quote you said. You gotta make space for your.
Oh, make space for your dreams is always the quote.
That's
you
the
know?
D
Oh
Bird.
no! Well, actually, we're gonna go to D Bird quote today because I did have something I was gonna let fly on the timeline, but could offer what you said.
Yeah.
Make space for your dreams, but don't skip steps to get there.
Mm.
Is the
Okay.
Come on.
That's it. And that's straight from D. Burke, the horse's
Make
mouth. I like to
space
give
for
y'all
your
one
dreams.
of those every time. You know, don't let y'all know that I got gems too.
Second piece is what?
I go look one up, but
make space for your dreams, but what?
Make space for your dreams, but don't skip steps to get there.
Don't skip.
Because a dream is just a dream without actual, tangible actions towards
that work
there.
in,
And
basically.
you can't rush it, and especially in things like this constant space. Like I said, we ain't skipping steps to get where we want to go.
Yeah, I like that. That's
small time right now, but we're gonna keep it going. But make space for your dreams, but don't skip steps to get there. That said, episode 7 is out of here. You guys be great. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Thank you so much, EFS family.